Bomb. And we are live. We're live on YouTube on Saturday night, the 5th of September 2020. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are all across the world. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good week, actually. I've had a good week. Been busy, busy, which is not unusual for the old Micks Mowers shack. But been doing quite well on sales, been doing quite well on repairs, all that sort of good stuff. Bought some new bits and pieces. Bought a new mower today and done a couple of trade-ins and some service work and what have you, which is quite good. So I've been super busy. The first thing I want to do before we go any further is I want to just let some people know I've got some stickers arrived, and I shall announce them again as and when people come into the chat. Let me just get my pop-out chat up and running. I freeze it right at the top because people are in the house, and I don't like to miss the first lot of the chat. The first sticker I've had come in is Puller Bear Ed. He's on YouTube, does tractor pulling, lawnmower tractor pulling, and what have you, and all types of small engine repair. Also got Twisted V Twin Garage, got his sticker as well. He does pretty much the same as Ed and bits and pieces of machine work. And also got a new one in, Spark and Cut. That's from Andrew. He's put a new sticker out. He's going to get some new stickers, apparently some bigger ones from what I hear. But he's got a little spark plug there with wings on it, which is quite cool. So they're going on the old toolbox. So thank you very much for those. For those of you that are in the UK and into the same sort of thing as myself, I have got some spares of Puller Bear Ed stickers and Twisted V Twins. I haven't got a great deal. I've got about 8 of each, something like that. So if anyone wants any spares, let us know. If you can do a sticker swap with me, that's fine. We can do that also. So I hope you're all doing good. I've been, as I say, have been busy in the old shop. Busy trying to test out my new mic system I've got. Hopefully you're seeing some improvements with that. I've still got about another 2 videos to come out, 2 or 3 videos to come out, which will be on the old microphone setup. And going forward after those 2, I think it's a Quocast video to come out of a Briggs & Strat 450E, and then also got a Mountfield 414 that came in, I got for free. So I've got those to do, I think that's the only 2. And then I'm working purely off of the Rode Wireless Go system. So hopefully you are improving that. Let us know if you think it's any better. I'm trying quite hard to improve the audio. I have also just ordered myself a new lavalier mic. I ordered one day before yesterday. It turned up, it had the wrong end on it. So I had to return that. And I just now reordered one with a mic on it. Some of you guys were saying about the old mic I had, the one that goes over the head and what have you, I tested. It was a mono mic. It wasn't actually a stereo mic. So I've done a bit of research into that and now got myself a lavalier Go stereo mic, which just clips onto the side of my wife beater or wherever. And that should work pretty well, hopefully. So, so that should be good. That should be here tomorrow. I've done a video today, which I'll show you the lawnmower of that in a minute. It's just sat here beside me drying. And I've also done the cylinder video, which you saw, those of you that watched it just a day before yesterday or 2 days ago. Done a video on a little Suffolk Punch lawnmower that sat down beside me here with a Kawasaki engine on top, which I got quite cheap. The air filter for that has just literally arrived today, so that'll be going in, and that machine is then fully serviced. That's when I did the carburetor fix on. It's up for sale currently, but I'm going to go back end of next week and just double check to see how that is actually holding up, because I used the Aradite steel metal fix to fix that post, and hopefully that will hold up. I'm convinced anyway, if it doesn't hold up with regards to the actual repair, the other post should hold that float in place anyway. It shouldn't be a massive issue. But the carburetors for those are £130 upwards for those little tiny Kawasaki Walbro style carburetors. They're not a cheap thing at all. So as I say, I have been busy working, doing what I do best, or what I think I do best. I'll just show you what I've been working on today. Let me grab the camera. Oh. So I had a lawnmower come in. This came in just. Let's do the cylinder mower first. There's a Suffolk Punch with the Kawasaki engine on top. The cylinder's really good. Not at all worried about the cylinder or the bed knife. It all runs. It's all fine. I ran it yesterday, hunting like hell yesterday, but then I realised I'd turned the fuel off by accident. So that'd be why that done that. But that's running lovely now. Absolutely fantastic. And then this one here, a little Mountfield 534, 21-inch, came in yesterday with there's an engine right at the very back there. I don't know if you can see it, right by the petrol can. It had a little RV 150 engine on it, which was deemed as no good. It came in for an inspection, and I deemed it as no good. The pull cord assembly, which is the ones with the tank and pull cord assembly combined, had failed, and had a low compression test on it, and something else was up with it. I can't remember now. So anyway, I had a couple of old Mountfields out the back, which had the Honda engine on top, which is a Honda 135cc. This is the overhead cam one. So I took that off today and got to work on that and give the Mountfield a good paint of Hammerite, as I do, put a new sticker on the front of it. And it came up really, really tidy. Really, really happy with it. So that's now done its test. I've got to repair the height adjustment just to one leg. It's got a snapped post, but it is still functionable. However, I'm really impressed with it. It runs really, really well. Blade sharp and balance, all fully serviced up and what have you. So that's super, super cool. So that's good. I've met some really fantastic people this week, actually, coming in buying machines off me. Some have been stung before off of your normal selling sites and what have you. And they came in, they saw the setup I have, and we had a good talk about their lawns and what they actually wanted out of their lawnmower, which always seems to help when you're selling a machine. I don't like to sell a machine that is not capable of doing the lawn, or if it's over capable, you know. Sometimes there's just no sense in selling a lawnmower to somebody if they've got a little tiny postage stamp bit of grass and if they're looking at a nice big Honda, because, you know, that's what it is. And, you know, there's a lot of money where a little tiny £50 mower would do it. So I'm not always out to sting people, but I like to have a chat with people. So yeah, I have met some nice people, which has been cool. Also in my post this week, received a little parcel from Dusty Blonde, which is quite nice. I was on her live stream on Sunday night last week. So Dusty goes live around about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock, somewhere in there. Times do differ from time to time. But I won a little tiny tub of orange jelly beans. Guess the amount of sweets in a jar, I think it was, competition. I won that, which is quite cool. And Riley Boy, they also put in, just because they do, because Snobby and Dusty are fantastic people, they put in a little tiny bag of gummy bears and bits and pieces, you know, gummies and whatever for Riley Boy as well also. So I've had that. So thank you very much, Snobby and Dusty. I've done my Polar Ed. I've got another video coming out next week. So I'm trying to change my channel up just a little tiny bit, not a lot, because I know some of you guys and girls do like what I do. But I do like to do bits and pieces. So I've got a Titan review coming out. I bought a brand new Titan. Done a review on that. I've also bought one of those, you know, those Wish doorbells. You know the ones I mean? That, you know, the ones where you push a button and you can see outside. I bought one of those, but I bought they're not Wish, are they? Something else. But I bought one off of Wish, a cheap version, imitation jobby. I think I paid about 14, 15 quid for it. I've had to buy some 18650 batteries for it. So I'm gonna give that a go, because the idea is when Mrs. P is actually outside doing shopping or something like that, she's out of the house, I lock the front door because Riley Boy's in the house, and you know, there are some concerns with Riley's safety should someone come to the door, and he will pretty much go off with anyone. Do you know what I mean? So we need to watch him. So the idea is, if someone comes to the door, I can set this device up onto my phone. I can come down here where I've got internet, and if someone hits a doorbell, I can then chat with them and I know exactly what's going on. That's the idea. So that review will be coming out. Hopefully, I'll do the video tomorrow. It'll be out in a week or so, something like that. You'll see that come up. So that'll just be a comparison between what there is on the market for about 300 quid and what you can get for about 14 quid. So that's that. So I think that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been doing. Oh, got a new chair. Absolutely love it. Got because I've been using my my workshop stool for my live streaming and what have it, and the cushion is only sort of that thick. It's not brilliant. It's good for doing just working on the table, but when you're sat on a live stream for like 2.5 hours, my back starts to give out a little tiny bit because I'm getting old. And I bought just a very small executive chair, so Riley thinks it's his, but it tilts back and it's got all the rest of it. I got it from B&M. Let me show you. Got it from B&M for 60 quid. There she is. So that's cool. So I've got myself a nice little comfy chair with armrests. So now I can sit back and relax with you lot, put my mic right over, and I can be as comfortable as I like and not have to worry about anything at all. So that's cool. So how are you all doing? Are you all doing good? Anyone who won any prizes from last week's stream, they've all now been posted out. They were posted out, I think, 2 days ago. So some of you guys and girls, whoever won whatever you did, will have got yours if you're in the UK. But if you're in the States, you'll just have to wait a little while longer. I've got 47 in the house. Give us a thumbs up on your way in or on your way out. Be much appreciated. With regards to the giveaway, I'm doing that again this week as always, but I am out of pens. I have ordered some. They're on their way. So if you win a pen or you want a pen, then yeah, you might have to wait a little while until I come through, and I then post them out. That's that. So, okay, let's see what we've got in the house. 47, 46, 47 in the house, which is good. Fun things to do with Tech Sparky. Good evening, all. As we come into the chat tonight, can we please give a thumbs up for Mick? Yeah, much appreciated. Andrew says, yeah, reminder is set. Thank you very much, Andrew. Nice to see you. Mark Stone Limited, how are you doing? Thanks for popping on in. He says, hi. Nikki Walsh says, hi, Mick. Probably going to miss this one. Wife organised an evening out later on. Enjoy yourself. Fantastic. I know that Conker's not here tonight either. He's out getting drunk, so that's cool. Nottingham Forest forever. Hello, Mick. Reminder set and already giving you a like. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for doing that. Lucky 7 Mudmo is also in the house. Hello, everyone and family. How are you all doing? Nikki Walsh says, give me a thumbs up, which is absolutely lovely. Dirt Rider in the house. How you doing, Dirt Rider? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Thanks for popping on in. I love my new chair. Patty's performance. Hope you're all well. Not sure if we'll be able to make it as utilising the new Rode mic. Thanks to you. So yeah, Patty's not coming, but I did suggest to him about getting a mic set up, and did a bit of shopping for him online. Found, I think, the best deal, hopefully. And he's picked himself up one as well, so he'll be using that. So hopefully his will also improve. Martin Burgess is coming in too. He's coming in strong, saying, oi, oi, Mick, and all the peas. Ryder Boy's in bed. He's had a really good day, actually. He's been bombing about everywhere. He's been on Mum's phone most days, so he's had a good one. Brandon's from BS Small Engines, also in the house. How you doing, Brandon? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. I was actually over at Brandon's stream earlier on. He did a little bit of an earlier one. Because he's in America, did a bit of an earlier one for us, which was nice. I went and chatted and winded him up. Always nice to see Brandon. Martin Burgess. Hello, Andrew. Been very busy. Had some serving and some crap. So reckon my own mower to right into another engine to come next week. I beg your pardon. Okay, that was a bit of a jungled up message. I couldn't read that. Big boss man. I got a free Honda yesterday. The pull cord was snapped, so I went out and bought a new lawnmower, and I put a new pull cord on it and sold it for £85 a day. So it only cost me £3 for the cord. Fantastic. Henry, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hi, Mick, and all the flippers out there. Yeah, nice to see you. We're flippers. Scrap It Man's out there. How you doing, Gary? Nice to see you, buddy boy. Jason Hughes is also out there. Or Tex also out there. John's also coming in strong. So is I say Pink, but it's PK Inc. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. One thumbs down, and the stream hasn't even started yet. Yeah, people hate me, but that's fine. We don't mind. We have to cater for everyone, right? Jason Hughes, Tim Palmer. Hi, Timothy. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Pete Frow's also in the house. That jumped, shockingly. Where do we get to? 46 in the house. Bernadette White's also in the house. Carl's in the house. How you doing, Carl? Nice to see you, mate. Thanks for popping in. And so is Harry. Nice to see you. John, I've done you. Benedict, I just seen you done a video, Benedict, on a washing machine. Haven't watched it yet. I see it come through. Nice to see you. The Big Badger. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. How's it going, guys? Any crack? Yeah, no, all good, mate. All good. Thanks for popping on in. That's scary. Go back to the countdown screen. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Sorry. Hi again, says Tim. Paul's also in the house. How you doing, Paul? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in and getting there. Mark the V8 man. Mark, I did get your sticker. I don't know whether you know. I keep on shouting that out. I did get a sticker, mate. I think it's on the box now. Thanks for popping on in. Nice to see you. Scott Keller's in the house. How you doing, Scott? Thanks for popping on in too. We've got Braveheart Scrapper also in the house. Thanks for popping in. Nice to see you. Scotty Daniels in the house. AJP in the house. Nice to see you. Going on down. We've got Greg's in the house too. Or Ginger, sorry. Ginger's Magnets. Beg your pardon. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Nice to see you. Which is good. Still scrolling down. Braveheart Scrapper, Ginger's, Scott, Mrs. Diesel also in the house. How you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see that auction went very well for you and your family yesterday. having a child with additional needs or having complications, I fully understand, and I wish you all the best with that. Hope it all works out for you. All tech in the house. Tim Palmer, Andrew Throne. Hi, Tim. You're saying hi to everybody. That's fine. Gary in the house. How you doing, Gary? Hope you're feeling a bit better, buddy. Nice to see you. Good evening, Mick and everyone. Hope you're all good. And did the glue work on my car? I'll be testing it next week, Gary. I want to leave it set. If you remember, for those of you that watched me do the Ransom Marquis vintage mower about 2 months ago, I did a repair on the outside of the carburetor because it actually had some pitting come through. So that's held and not been an issue. So we'll have to wait and see. You know, petrol is quite a corrosive material, and not a lot of things can withstand it. I'm guessing it will because it is a metal-based one, so I'm guessing it will. If not, I've got another idea what I may actually do. I've got 2 ideas. I've got some of them aluminium brazing rods. Could try that. Or if not, I'm going to get some. I've got some really fine drill bits, and I'm gonna drill it and pin it. So that'll be the ultimate if it all fails. We'll go with that. Henry's also in the house. Done you, I think. Brandon, you're saying hi to each other. Scott Kelly, walking around the world right now, cool. Otherwise, that's fine. You need something like a Ring doorbell. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Ring doorbell. I've got one, but it's a cheap imitation one, which I got off a Wish. We'll give it a go. See how it works out. It's supposed to do. It's got night vision. Apparently, it records in 1080p. It's got night vision, motion sensor. You can screenshot, you can record, and you can communicate. Apparently so. But we should see what happens. We'll see how it gets on. It might be an absolute bag of poo. We'll see. Who else we got in here? Willie K. How you doing, Willie? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm doing good. Sanding down my Briggs V twin head up to compression for a custom build. Fantastic. P.S. Have you an untouched set of heads in the shed? So no bruising. Good. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, love having a set of untouched heads. Good. Well, good luck with your build. Hope it all goes well. Part Nest in the house. How you doing, Part Nest? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Gaffer's also in the house. Sup, says Gaffer. He's Gangster. In fact, change your name to Gangster Gaffer. Nice to see you. Ian, change your name. Now, there's a name I've not seen in my stream for about 6 months. How you doing, Ian? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Hope you're doing well. I've not seen you for a little while. I've seen you over other people's streams, but thank you very much for popping on in. The Country Cottage Gardener, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Evening all, joining you from a lakeside whilst enjoying some fishing as it's my birthday treat for myself. And that sounds lovely. That sounds like my cup of tea, but I don't do a lot of fishing. I lost the patience. I do pigeon shooting and what have you. I can sit and hide and wait for pigeons all day long, but fishing, I lost the patience. Will there be a video at some point in the future of what? You have to keep up with me. Let me know what you want. Let me know what you want, Partners. Let me know. Tim Palmer saying he's good. East Coast in the house. Nice to see you. Thanks very much. 51 in the house. Give us a thumbs up. You're all chatting. You're welcome, Mr. Diesel. You're absolutely welcome. I do fully understand. Riley Boy actually got a scoliosis diagnosis. About 2 months ago. He's got a little tiny C curve, we think. And although we haven't had an X-ray yet, because of the old COVID stuff, we can't go in. But he's been diagnosed with it, and at the moment the curve is nothing to worry about. But I do actually have a friend of mine who has a child with additional needs, exactly the same as Riley, and she's had rods put in her back already with the magnets and what have you. So I understand fully what you're on about. I've got some kids down by the fence. You have to keep an eye on them. There's an allotment just behind them. They're bashing against my fence, so they get told to go and do something in a minute. East Coast, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping on in. Braveheart Scrapper. Pete Kane's in the house too. Mr. Briggs, how's it going? You're all chatting to each other, which is brilliant. Kevin's also in the house. Hi, Mick. Any experience with the little chainsaw? They're selling them at the moment. No. Best person to speak to or go and check out his channel he's in the chat, Kevin, is Benedict White. Benedict, put your name in the chat. He's in there. He does a lot of little parkside stuff, a lot of videos and reviews on them. Go and check him out. I dare say he's actually got. In fact, he has got a video on one. If it's the electric one. Ian changes names. I'm good, thanks, Mick. I'm doing half days and caring for family members. Not really on YouTube much anymore. That's fine. I understand, mate. I wasn't asking for an explanation. It's just I'm sitting there. Sort of, if his kids are banging my fence, they're gonna get told in a minute. Did I miss anything? Not a thing, Mark. So that's it. All caught up, which is good. John Ladd, hey, I'll see you. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Right, I can now get rid of the monetization. That can now go. And what we do is we'll get the link sent out. We'll get the link sent out, and we'll go from there. Copy link. Pop out chat. Let's put the link out. Bomb. Right, there's the link. Feel free to come on up. And don't forget, moderators that are in the chat. Anyone who's putting capital letters in the chat, delete the comment. No caps, no more than 2 emojis. No obscenities. No beating people up. I don't mind a bit of Mickey taking or whatever, calling each other names. That's absolutely fine for me. There's the link to Benedict White's video just there, Kevin. I knew he had done one. I don't know if it's a petrol one you're after, or the chainsaw, or the electric. I'm not quite sure, but there you go. It's there for you. So the link is there. Daily Walker, how you doing, you sexy beast? Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you, buddy boy. I think I'm actually up your way next week, Dale. I think I've got a couple of shifts down the Dorking line. Yeah, I have. Yeah, next couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm down your way. Nice to see you, big boss man. Mick, you look like the older version of Martin. I look like the older version to Martin. I don't quite see how that's anywhere right. Got Mark Stone in the chat. How you doing, Mark? I can see you down there, mate. Are you well? Yeah, good lad. Right, you can come up then, mate. Up you come. Oh, that's a bit close. Oh, he's frozen. Let's see who comes back in a minute. He's frozen up. Whilst he's sorting out his internet issues, I'll... Thanks, guys. The petrol one is mostly what I'm after. Yeah, I don't know if he did a petrol one. I know he did an electric one. I don't think he did a petrol one. I think Mark... Are you frozen, Mark? Yeah, you look frozen to me. 694. Okay. Right, so I was waiting for Mark to come on up. He's down there. He's frozen for a minute. Let me kick him out. I mean, he can come back. Let me kick him. That's it. Kick him out, and he can try again in a minute. So link is in the chat. Feel free to come up. If not, we'll get on straight with the old guess what it is game. We'll have a go at that, and see how you all are. I've got Tim McGrath's cut man trying to get in here. Tim, you ain't got to pull a face, mate. You're ugly enough as it is. Up you come.
Thanks very much, mate.
You're welcome, baby. Right. You're welcome. You're welcome. I've got some kids. My house, my garden backs onto an allotment just here. And it's a known area where the kids come down, have a little smoke and what have you, and get away for a bit. And they're banging it. Well, I've got a chainsaw here. We'll go there. Right, Mark, you finished mucking about, Mark?
I'm parked there, so I'm brave heart.
You finished mucking about? Let's see if you come up now. Your internet is shocking, Mark.
Yep.
No, you're still mucking about. So how you doing, Tim? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Mick. Thanks. Just need to, like I said last night, I need to get no carbs made. A question. See the carb. See between the carb and the engine. Is there a gasket that goes in there? Mm. Yeah.
Right. It all depends. It all depends. So, do you have what engine is it on?
That RSV 150.
Okay.
Because when I took it off,
gasket. Yeah.
Because when I took it off, there was no gasket there. But see where the filter sits, the plastic filter. The black plastic filter case. There was a gasket on the back of that.
Yeah, that's it. So you definitely want a gasket on the airbox. Airbox to gasket. You want your airbox to carburetor. You want a gasket there, definitely.
Yeah.
Not all of them have a gasket going off of the back of a carburetor onto a block. Some have a little tiny black spacing block.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, so the carburetor can go straight up against that, not a problem at all.
Right.
If you find that it's mucking about, then take the airbox back off, take the gasket off in between the two, and then just make yourself up a new one, and put that on the back. But what you got to remember is on the back of a carburettor that goes up against the block, there's a hole, and that's where the fuel comes through the hole, goes down through the trap and into the throat of the carburettor as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, some do, some Hondas do. In fact, I had a Honda in last week. That was mucking about, and I removed the gasket off of that because it just didn't look right to me. I took the gasket off, and after that, it ran absolutely spot on. So yeah, but they don't always. Hagrid, can you get diesel ride on mowers, but not walk behinds? You can get diesel walk on mowers. Yeah. Komatsu do them, and what's the other one? They do another one, don't they? Diesel ones. Hate to do them. In fact, I think Luke from Mowers and stuff has got a diesel one. Hate to do them. Yeah, so that's good. So did you sort out your carburetor emulsion tube issue?
No, I've got the carb. I've got the carb ready to go back on the lawnmower, but I just need to sort the gasket. Once I get the gasket sorted, and that can go back on. But also, I found out the petrol tank on it. One of the brackets is broke loose, so I've got a loose petrol tank on it.
So is that, when you say the RV, is that the one with the pull cord and petrol tank all combined into one unit?
No, it's a sovereign make. Yeah, it's a sovereign make. The fuel tank and the pull cord assemblies, they're separate. Okay,
cool. So what I did, I should have videoed it, right? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again at some point.
Right.
I had an RV 150 with the tank and pull cord assembly combined. You can buy on eBay a conversion kit, but that's about 50 quid for a conversion kit. So I decided to try and do it myself, and literally all I've done was got a few of these little tiny L-shaped brackets. That's all they are. They're nothing big. You get them in B&Q. And I actually, with a little bit of drilling out, a little bit of machining, I actually managed to convert an RV 150 tank and pull cord complete kit to an SV 150 pull cord and tank separate kit. You can do it just by buying 3 brackets.
Right.
So what I'm trying to get at is, if you've got a floating tank, you can just get these little tiny brackets from B&Q. I don't even know what they're for, but they're just some kind of like kitchen cupboard.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's all they are. They're nothing big. You can get them. You might just have to elongate the hole slightly and bend it to where you want it in a vise and just manipulate it. But you can make your own brackets up. That's what I do. Save yourself 50 quid.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but did you get your emulsion tube back in right? Because you was asking me, and then he went off to see Roy about which way around the emulsion tube goes or something.
It was a main jet. I got the main jet back in properly. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, main jet or emulsion?
The main jet.
Well, the main jet's got a screw in it.
Yeah, and that's the one. That's the one in the middle of the carburetor. That's the main jet, yeah?
No. The main jet is the one you screw in. The emulsion tube is the one that just pops in.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I dare say it'd be emulsion tube. You were mucking about with it. With an emulsion tube, it's always the longer tapered end goes in first.
Right. I ordered a pull cord assembly for my Challenge Extreme Strimmer.
Okay.
And this is the second time they've done it. They sent me out one for a Concost.
Well, obviously, they're obviously at some point those two manufacturers of machines at some point were partnered up, and that's the issue. If you send me, have you got the old one?
I've still got the old one on there. Right,
send me a snapshot of it, and I'll try and find you one. I might even have one here. I don't think I have, because the last one I had, I think. That's actually related to the Power Performance one.
Right.
I picked mine up for 15 quid. Is it quite elongated? Right. Is it more of a rectangular shape than round?
It's a round shape, but it's more. What I'll do is after the stream, I'll take a picture and I'll send you an email of it.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, do that. I'll have a little look at it. Yeah, definitely. See if I can pick one up. I might have something here. You never know. I've got loads of stuff laying around. So.
To let you understand, cool. It's the actual spring that's gone on it.
What, the actual recoil spring?
Yeah, the actual recoil spring on the inside is gone.
And you can't take it apart?
I can take it apart, but I just don't know. But I'd rather wait till I get the new pull cord assembly before.
Just buy a new spring.
Right.
Just buy a new spring, mate.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Now, what you can do, if it's actually broken, you can do it. It's some and some. You can heat these up. These are heat treated steel. You can heat these up. A pair of long nose pliers, put another bend back in it if it has broken. You can do that. I have had some success with it, but not all. But yeah, this has come from a company called Wartech Replacement Parts, and this is for GX100, but you can get them for many other people, so many other machines. So maybe just buy a new spring and save yourself the heartache. Yeah, try that. Fiesta, no thanks. There were some racing hit when you were all chatting about cars. Cool. The inlets are plastic. Inlets are plastic and always break. Yeah, definitely on a Fiesta. Rewind the spring. It's like rewinding Pete. Don't talk about rewinding springs to Pete.
I tried that on my Sovereign one, and the spring just kept going ping.
Well, I'm telling you, Pete rang me up this week because he was recalling a spring.
Yeah.
And the amount of times he was using foreign language because it was jumping out and biting him, and he was chucking it across the shed. And then I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him, Pete. I'm gonna tell him. And then on top of that, all merry hell broke loose in Pete Frow's shed, only because he must have stumbled and then he knocked a big tin of paint over himself. So he was not a very happy cookie. So the problem is with recalls is that I think every person who does anything to do with small engines, we hate doing them when it actually comes to taking the spring out and putting a new spring in. It hurts your thumbs. If you use the cable tie version, you got to cut the cable ties out. They're just a bit of a pig, especially the two-stroke stuff. You just can't get your hands in there, you know.
No.
But yeah, maybe just get a new recall spring for it. You can just guesstimate it. It don't have to be exact as long as the bends go around the right way. Get yourself a new recall spring and just respring it. You know, if you get stuck, Tim, buy a spring and post it all over to me. I'll respring it for you. Don't send it to Pete because he'll have it for 6 months. You know what I mean? Yeah, Pete. Yeah, it wasn't like me. Yeah. Hi, Parky. Nice to see you. Damn paint hit me on the bonds. There you go.
Did it knock any sense into
straight on the Swede? On a Honda, you wouldn't have that problem. Yeah, I've got a Honda here. This Honda's really nice, actually. Really nice. Overhead cam one. 135 cc. Really nice little mower. That should sell absolutely beautifully. So a bit like that'd be all right. So apart from that, Tim, how's your day been? You been busy cutting grass, or what you been up to?
No, I've not been out. It's been raining on and off here. I've not been out since possibly Tuesday, Wednesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been nice here. I've sold a mower this morning. That was quite nice. Bloke, I've had lots of people buy a mower or come to buy a mower and not show up. A lot of the old Facebook trains. A lot of that's been going on.
Still getting a lot of services in.
Not necessarily services. Lots of people, I think. I've had a few repairs come in, but so many people are just not willing to go through with the repair. They'd much rather just buy another mower off of me and then trade that one in. But you know, like I said to them, you know, if it's not running, and you're not willing to let me do a £20 inspection on it, then you're going to get rock bottom price for it.
Yeah. You
know, if you let me do an inspection on it, and I can sort of price it up for you, and then I know what's up with it. I'm able to pay here. Yeah, people just want to just get another mower and go. So that's what it is. I had a nice family turn up today. They want a new mower. They're just about to move house, so they bought a small mower, which is good for them now. But when they're moving to their new house, they've got a much bigger lawn. So I said they want to buy this one for free for two or 3 weeks, and then come back, trade it in for a bigger one. So that's all good. Yep. The link is in the chat. If anyone wants it, feel free to come and hit the old link. I've been gone for 6 months. Has Pete have a chainsaw running yet? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. In fact, I will say Pete has had some success today. He did get. I know Harry sent him over that pull cord assembly for the Echo saw, so he's had that running today, which is quite nice. I've been working on a nice little Husky. I think it's a 368 XP. Put a new carburetor on that, and do you think I can get that to run? I can get it running. I can just get it running really badly. It runs top end is beautiful, and it will not idle low enough for the chain to stop before it cuts out. No matter what I do to it. Well, yeah, it's not mine. A bloke bought it in. He said, I bought two in. He bought a steel in as well, which I've got to look at. In fact, it still runs to a degree. He said, if you fix them, and then we'll sell them, and then we just split the money down the middle. So I bought a new carb. It was a copy carb, and there is a difference between copy carbs and originals, especially the price. Yeah. But I'm going to tell him it's a nice little doorstop. I can't put too much more time. I've had it on the bench 3 times, and it's still not having it. So it's got to go. I bet no one asked about Partness car, Jason. You're kidding and stuff. That's good. Pink, Andrew, you're saying hi. Thanks to Harry. She runs lovely. Yeah, for now, Pete, you haven't started up in the morning yet, mate. Don't go getting too bolshy, mate. Two-stroke machines only run well when you start them up on day one. You wait till tomorrow and don't start.
Yeah.
That's half the issue. But this sort of stuff at Punch I picked up. That's quite nice. Kawasaki on it, which is sought after. And now I've done a carburetor on it. It now runs absolutely sweet as a nut. And that was quite cheap for what it was. That's up on the old selling site. Hopefully that sell this year. I'm nearly at enough money just about now, I think. I don't like to spend my money I earn. I like to keep hold of it for about 2 months, because just in case the machine comes back, or someone has a few issues, I want to bring it back. So I should now have enough money to get my electric cable installed into the shed now. So I'll have 9 or 10 plug sockets to use. It'll all be above board and legal, as it should be, rather than sort of winging it on an extension lead, which is no good. So I want to fit a Wi-Fi camera in here, so if anyone comes in the old shop at night time, I get an alert to say someone's in here. So I want to rig that up as well, because I've got a few bits of kit in here, especially when you've got customers' machines as well. I had the blokes swap me for a Stihl FS 410 strimmer, like new, for a Sovereign mower. Think I got the better end of the deal. Well, if it runs, Danny boy, then yeah, you certainly did.
I got one of them, Danny.
What's that?
An XSS40A mower.
Yeah, they're all right.
Just get the carb off.
Yeah, they're all right. I get through quite a high turner of all types of little mowers. I've got 3 or 4 of them out in my garden now, waiting to be sold. I like the Mountfields, whether they got a Briggs and Strat, whether they got a Honda on them, or even the Tecumseh. I don't mind. I like the Mountfields in the UK tend to sell a bit better than most for my sort of clientele that I like. 2 strokes can be a challenge waiting for parts. Yeah, definitely. And the problem is ever since the old virus took hold, China is just not doing what it was doing 6-7 months ago. It's just waiting for bits. I'm waiting on I picked up a nice big. It's called a BMC Big 20 or something. It's a big yellow mower, 21-inch cut or 20-inch cut. It's got a Wolf 5.5 overhead valve on it, and I picked it up from Waterlooville up the road from me, and it was cheapish for what it was. And I think all that's wrong with it is a primer bulb, literally, but it's a big Tecumseh style one, about the size of like a 50p piece, quite a big one.
Oh dear.
I looked online, and there's just none in the UK. You just cannot get them. So I've got to wait now till about the 17th of September just to get a primer bulb for it. So
I've got to wait. I ordered see the filters that you put in the bottom of the 2-stroke tanks.
Yeah.
I've got to wait till the 5th of October before I can get them.
What one are you after then?
It's one for a I think I need one for a Sovereign and one for a Ryobi.
So you're talking about 2-stroke strimmer fuel tank filters?
Yeah. I've got to wait till the 5th of October to get them.
Got about 20 there. Which, if you want a couple, Tim, I'll buzz them over to you. I've got different types. I got the solid core ones. Let me show you. Let me make some.
That's the one that's in my Sovereign.
Well, I don't rate these as well as the other ones.
No.
I'm not a particular fan of those.
No.
Okay. I'm a fan of these ones. The cotton ones.
I'm right.
Because especially if you're using it as a hedge trimmer, they soak up very, very well. They're quite heavy, so they sink to the bottom of the tank. So when you tip a machine up on its side, you got quite a bit there, still absorbed within it. So if you want anything, any of those, Tim, rather than wait until October, I've got loads here.
Buzz me a couple over, Mick. I'll email you my address.
Yeah, email me up, mate, and I'll send some over. Yeah, no problem. Anything for a friend, you know me. I'll help anyone out.
Cheers, mate.
No, you're welcome, buddy. You know, no point waiting till October for them. Only,
no.
You know, I'm only going to charge them £15 each. Mark Stone says, I had a lawnmower last year, but I know that I forgot to ask the question, Mick, on it. One of my videos, can I pop up and show? Yeah, you can pop up, mate, but your internet was crap. That's why I got rid of you. You kept freezing. That's the only reason I got rid of you, buddy. So, yeah, hit the link. I'll put the link back in there. Yeah, Garden Hire Spares will have them.
Yeah.
Do you use Garden Hire Spares, Tim?
I don't, but I should do, really, because I always use that core services.
Garden Hire Spares are fantastic. Garden Hire Spares are really good. Give them a go.
Yeah.
All right, there's Mark. Right, here we go, Mark. We'll try again, Mark. All right, now you're there, Mark. Now you're working.
Hey, third time lucky.
It does it all the time. It's every time. First time lucky. It always crashes first 1 or 2 times.
Yeah. What's up with your mower then, Cupcake?
I had one last year. I know I forgot to ask you last year when I had it. I got a video. I just found a video. You just find it. So I can just say screen on it and put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so they've been on there.
Yeah, I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there.
It's already started, but you won't wait. I say you now. I don't know if you can hear it when I rev it. Hang on. You hear it? Yeah, that little tingling sound. I don't know if you hear it. I don't know if does that cause any problem. I don't know if you know what that problem is.
Probably just a carburetor issue, mate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the machine's not, that's a self-governed machine. So if you're not getting the right amount, of fuel coming through the carburetor to run the engine effectively, then your governor arm or your throttle linkage is gonna muck about.
Oh yeah.
And 99% of stuff in the UK that I get in here generally is all fuel related, bad fuel. So carburetor off, tune the carb up, and away you go. Tune the carb screws. Yeah, could be, Jacob. It could be just carb screws, but that is a cheapo Tesco's B&Q £100 mower. There's not a lot. There's no tuning on them other than the tick over idle screw. That's all there is on those. I've got one actually down here. Due to fire up at some point. I've not had that fired up. So it will probably be slow running jet, or the main jet wants looking at, I dare say. Hiya Neil F. How you doing, mate? Nice for coming in. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, Garden Hire Spares, definitely give them a go, and you can get a trade account as well. So they're well worth doing. I use them. I also use Brig Bits, and there's another firm I use as well. Stens I use. They're pretty good.
I think
Well, I think the consensus is that you just you need a part. You go onto eBay and you look it up. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out of China. It's going to be coming out of Wuhan, and you're going to have to wait 2.5 weeks for it. But if what I do, I tell you how I do it. Okay, if I'm looking for a part, I'll go onto my Google search engine. I don't go to eBay. I go onto my Google search engine. I punch it in there, and then what I do is I then come off of all search, I go on to images. Oh, yeah. And I then scroll through to find the right image of what I want. I then click on that and then go to their website. It may be eBay, but I found that if you punch it straight into eBay, you only get like 30% of what it is you want, and then it starts linking you onto stuff you don't want. So if you go onto Google search, and then go onto the images and punch it in. You can find the image you want, and then click on that, and then go to their website. It may be a website you've never heard of before, and you may get it a bit quicker. Try that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mick, go on, Mark. You're right. Go on.
Yeah, I just get lawnmowers all the time for scrap, and it's always the same problems when I get them all the time. So I just thought, why to me?
It will be because that's why they're scrapping them out, you know. And to be fair, 90% of the mowers that I get are scrappers. They're all pretty much come from the recycle centre or tip or something like that. I've got contacts who have got the contracts to these places, and we just turn up with a transit van full of them, chuck them all out, 20, 30 mowers, and just we exchange money, and that's it. Off he goes. He's happy, I'm happy. And half of mine are scrap mowers too. So yeah, half it is just fuel.
Because a lot of people don't want to spend the money on having them repaired.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you know, Tim, it's not cost effective to do it, but that's where people like us come in, because we do have secondhand spares, and we do have some knowledge of, you know, taking something off on the machine, it doesn't fit, so make it fit, make it work, and save yourself a couple of quid. That's what I do. We make it work. Yeah. It's a question of trying to be as cost effective as possible. I like this chainsaw, this Husky. I've had it on a bench 3 times. I put a new carb on it. I tried tuning the hell out of it. I left it for a week to let the petrol soak into the diaphragm to try and let that settle down. I got it running yesterday or day before. Got it running top end, beautiful. I can run it at flat out revs all the time. Lovely. You just can't let it idle. As soon as you let it idle, it cuts out, and then it's a pig to start. So not quite sure what's going on with that. But every sort of 4th or 5th pull, you get a really hard belt of compression, really hard belt of it. So I'm not quite sure if there's something going on with it. We'll have to see. I can see you down in the basement there, Dick. I can only see half your head, buddy boy. It looks like that. That's all I can see, mate. Bring your camera down a smidge just so I can see you, mate. So I know that you're not naked or nothing like that. Yeah, that's better. Oh, okay, you're not naked. That's fine. Let me bring you up. Up you come, mate. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, you know, ticking over.
It's all right, lad.
You know, trying to keep...
I'm on my phone at the minute.
Yeah, that's all right. You're coming through loud and clear. Which is good.
Okay, lovely.
What are you up to, buddy? Got much?
I'm just in the workshop, mate. My little workshop.
Okay. All right. Are we going to have a little view of that? Are we?
I can do, yes, of course. Hang on.
Oh, let's have a little look. Let's see what I can have.
I don't know. I can. It's only small.
Just turn the phone around. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Don't matter. It don't matter the size of it, mate.
No. That's
all right. Oh, check you out. Spanners on the wall. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, chuck them straight on the floor. That's no good like that. Chuck them on the floor.
Yeah. Or just chuck them in the toolbox.
That's all right.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get it to where it's only been built. Probably only built it a few weeks back.
No, that's all right. As I say, you know, as long as you can get a machine in there, you're out the wind and rain. You can put a radio on, and you can work away to your heart's content and make a few quid at the same time. That's what it's all about. It's not about the size of it. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know,
it's only like before.
Well, it doesn't matter. When I first had my my YouTube channel, before I actually did YouTube, I used to, before I even had my big shed, I used to just work outside in the freezing cold, absolutely, you know, -2, just to try and earn 60 quid a day. You know what I mean? So I've been there.
Some of your earlier videos.
Yeah.
Well, woolly out on.
Yeah, fleece. Abominable snowman.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Neil F says, my HRX 476, nice mower, has started to bog down a bit on longish grass. It could be a cable just repair. It could be a cable just repair. It doesn't sound like it though. If it's getting a bit boggish, when you hit the top end revs, when you put it up to flat out, it should run anyway pretty well. It could be something even more simple, like the blade needs sharpening, Neil. If a blade is blunt and not striking the grass well enough, it could very well be just a blade that needs sharpening up, just to cut through the grass a bit better. It's not clearing it. Maybe your blade needs cleaning because where you got your uplifts on your blade that gives you the suction and pushes the grass up into the box, that could need cleaning off and what have you, or just sanding back so it's got a nice edge to create a better vacuum. Look at the cable. All you got to do, Neil, is just set your cable to choke and then go down to your carburetor, take your air box cover off, take your air filter out, and then just double check that your choke flap is fully closed. If it's not, just undo a little screw on the cable, pull the cable up to the back of the machine, so it's definitely fully choked, and then that's how you reset that. It could just be something simple, like the blade wants sharpening, mate. Put a nice sharp blade on it, and it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. What else we got here? Sad everything comes from China. Well, you would have thought with what's going on in the world, we would be doing our own stuff a bit more now, but it's what it is. Got to be careful on eBay. I bought an LED light after a refining search, UK only. Light packed up after a couple of months, so mailing someone from China for a refund. Yeah, I had that with I was going to buy an anniversary present for Mrs. P, actually, and it said UK seller, blah, 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 blah. I rang the people up. It wasn't a UK, but she had a very distinctive Asian voice. And, it was actually order from the UK, but coming from China. So you have got to be careful, Jason. You are absolutely bang on. About as much space as I have in mine. Well, do you know what? As I say, it ain't about the size. The man's got enough tools in there to do what he needs to do. He's got a light bulb. He can put the radio on, extension lead socket. You can get a mower in there. You could probably do with a hard hat, to be fair, Dick. But apart from that, you'll be all right.
Mate, it's a little like before. It's compact, very compact.
Compact and bijou is what they call it.
Barely swing a cat in here, mate. Barely swing a cat.
I'm not recommending you get a cat to try it, but I reckon you could swing a cat in there.
Yeah, well, it's all right, mate. I've got a bench. I can get one. I can get probably two mowers in here. I've got one on the bench.
That's what. But you see, Dick, the problem is, I've got a 10x20, which is lovely. But by the time I get all my workbench in here, all my tools, I get a mower on the bench. I've got my Ransom Marquis here. I've got two mowers here. I've got no more room than you. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got to climb over stuff to get to it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what size you have. You always end up filling it. So I'm just about to buy a big metal cabinet to go in my mower store to put all my engines in there. So all my engines and pull cord assemblies will be out the way and dry. Yeah. My Ransom's going to go in my spare shed over here. That'll be my own Hater 48. My Ransom, I've got a Suffolk punch in it, and my Rotavator will go in there.
You were doing away with that shed.
No, this little one. I've got a little 6x8 here as well. I've got a little 26x8 next to mine, and then my big mower store up the top. That's going to be going. That's worst done. So I've got to empty it out.
Is that the old Micks Mowers shack?
It is. What I'm thinking about doing with that, actually, funny enough, I was sat here pondering the other day, like I do. I might just take it down and then bring the sides down and put them on the front of my mower store. Just cut it to suit, put it up against a mower store, drill it to it, so it looks like a summer house. Yeah. Just keep the bulk of the wind and the rain out. I might just try that.
Yeah.
See how we get on. But so that's that. So what you're working on at the moment, Dick? What's on the bench? A little Sovereign Briggs Strat, is it?
That's it, mate. Yeah, little Sovereign 35 Classic.
Lovely. What you done to that?
Well, this coming as a non-runner, but full service, blade sharp and balance, new plug. The works, full works.
Yeah.
Bit of a spray, a bit of a tart-up. I mean, it's only a push mower, as you know. So.
Well, only a push mower. I can sell push mowers down my neck of the woods all day long. They just sell like hotcakes. And if I get in a nice Honda HRX 476 with rotor clutch and with power drive roller and put it up for 150, 300 quid, don't sell. It won't go. But yeah, I can sell 50, 60 pound lawnmowers all day long.
Well,
all day.
That's it. Cheap and cheerful.
I think what it is I live in the area. I live in the posh end of Bognor Regis, of course, the posh end, and if there is one, but a lot of places where I live, they've all got where these new houses are. Lots of new builds going up. They've all got these silly little gardens, so they got no room for these big mowers. They just don't need them. And the amount of lawn care guys I've had come in, and they're trading in big 21-inch mount fields with rollers because they can't physically get their mowers down the side of the houses. So they've got rid of them, and they're buying sovereign, cheap little mowers, whatever it is. They're buying them ones up because they get around the sides.
Yeah.
Flatheads. Go on, mate. Say again.
No, I was just agreeing what you're saying, mate. I completely agree. Agree.
Can do it all day long. So we've got John says my workbench is a truck tailgate. Sadly, no shades, no shades though. Yeah, well, do you know what? I've been there. I had a Land Rover. I used to work out back at my Land Rover too. It is what it is. Keep it for Top Conker Mick when he comes round for his holiday. Definitely. Flatheads I find are great for learning off, without a doubt. If you're just starting this old game, and stick to one style of engine, and the flathead Briggs, if you can pick them up, you can sell them all day long, and it's great for spares. It's when you start getting into the other stuff. I mean, I've got Honda, Kawasaki, flathead, SV150, Ransom Marquis, which has got a sloper on it. So I've got 4 or 5 different engines here. So that's 4 or 5 different spares. That's why now what I do, I've gone away from what I used to do, having drawers and cupboards full of stock. What I now do, someone will say, can you fix my lawnmower? Yeah, definitely. Send me a photograph. I ask them what it's doing. And by the answer you get, you can pretty much sort of guesstimate roughly what it's up to. If I want it serviced, you just buy the service kit for it. That costs about a tenner. And then when it comes in, you got your service kit, it goes out, and away you go. I don't muck about holding filters for everything, because even that cylinder mower, that little Suffolk punt, compared to his big brother, the size difference is night and day. So how many Suffolk Punch filters should I have in stock when I only really get 1, maybe 2 in every 2 years? So I just order it as I go. These type of filters I get out of China. I buy sort of 20 to start me off, and the flathead Briggs ones I buy about 20 of each, and then that keeps me going. When I get down to about 5, I order another 20 up. Neb says, I've just done one a day for a guy saying his mower was losing power and it's not going well to start. So, so blade sharpened and it came and collected it 30 minutes ago, and he has found a big difference. Yeah, definitely, because rotary mowers cut grass by striking. It's a striking movement. It's not like the cylinder, not like a cylinder mower where it clips it like a scissor. It's a striking movement. If that blade is not got a good edge, I don't like to say sharp, because a blade should not be sharp. It should have a good edge. And as soon as that edge is gone, say again.
If it's blunt, it will not cut.
Well, it will cut on impact because of the speed of how the blade is rotating, but it won't clear effectively. No. It won't cut effectively. You won't get the lift effectively, and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, just by doing a blade sharpen and balance, will improve a mower tenfold. Going forward. The little Honda I done today, or the Mountfield Honda Cross, the blade was absolutely battered. How he was even cutting grass with it, I got absolutely no idea at all. It's a bit like cutting bread. With a carving knife. You can't do it. You can't do it. That's why you got a bread knife with serrated teeth on it. It's not designed to do it. So flatheads will run forever if you keep the oil in it. Exactly that. Flatheads, but they are now saying on lots of new engines, the stickers on them, no need to ever change the oil. They now say that you can now run those machines just by topping your oil up every year. Just to keep them running. I 110% disagree with that, and that's coming out of Husqvarna and Steel. All the big names are all saying the same. You don't have to do an oil change anymore. But when I take some oil out of these machines, I can actually hear it going into a dispensing tank, and it sounds like water. So I think what it is, they don't want you to change the oil, because if you don't change the oil, then it loses its I can't say the word. It loses that, and the engine starts to fail, and then you go and buy a new one. What do you think, Mark? Is that right, Mark?
Yeah.
I thought you'd say that. Yeah. Right. Let me go and find. I guess what it is. Let me load these up because I've got a couple of new ones today.
All right.
Yeah. Where are we? Desktop. Guess what it is? Just had a text message come through. I know I've got some people want some mowers off me. They've been messaging me today. Let me double check. Oh no, it's my mummy. My mummy's eating pudding. Thanks, that mum. I'm on a diet. Cheers for that. So let's go for this one first. This could be quite a good one. Let me load that up. Wait for that to load. It'd be interesting to see how many numbers we get in here today because I don't think everyone is getting the YouTube notifications because they have actually stopped now doing the notifications coming through. So I think the numbers could be quite low. I've got 50 in the house. I'm normally up about 60 or 70. So I have to just keep a note of how it's going. So feel free to share me.
I got mine.
Yeah, I'm convinced some get it one week and some don't get it the other week. I'm convinced of that, but it's what it is.
I get it all the time. Yours.
I enjoy myself. That's the main thing. As long as I enjoy myself, I don't really care. Right, so competition time. So all you got to do is in the chat is you got to write in the chat what you think it is, and to be a winner, you got to guess correctly. And then you can win some of Micks Mowers tack, which is lovely. You can get a pen, but I haven't got any left. They're on order. You can get a Micks Mowers sticker. That'll look great in your workshop, Dick.
I'm after one of them, mate.
You can get a bottle opener, or you can get a sticker, a key ring. Right. So that's them. So all you got to do is put it in the chat what you think it is, and then we go from there. So let me share the screen. And all you lot can jump over to one side.
Yep.
Over you go. Hopefully it won't kick me out because sometimes it does like to kick you out when you share the screen. And here's the first one. Knock yourselves out. I'll blow it up for you.
Oh, I've seen one of them before.
Have you? Well, if you've seen it before, then you know what it is. If you know what it is, then put it in the chat and away you go.
Okay,
So there you go. There's a first guess what it is. Let's see how we get on with that. It might go quite quick. I thought it was quite a good one, but you just never know. Loss of viscosity. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah. Did you look that up, Scott? Not all. Is it a lawn alignment? No. A wheel owner bow. What's a wheel owner bow? What's that? What is that when it comes through? Jeff, what's a wheel owner bow, please, mate? A pull wheel. I don't know what a pull wheel is. A rotary measuring stick. No, it's not one of them. Is it a big hat? Love the video on the B17 Commodore servicing the carb. Just bought a non-runner with a carb problem and no filter. So now I know how to clean it. Yeah, fantastic. My B17 is still running. The bloke who's got it doesn't live too far away from me. And when he opened up his garage, he's got full of stationary engines. He loves his. A lawn edger. No, it's not. A pulley on a compound bow. No, it's not. Beg your pardon. No, I know what you're saying now. A trundle wheel. What's one of them, Kev? What is that? A sharpening wheel. Let me know what a treadle wheel is, please, Kev. A sharpening wheel, no. A paint stirrer, no. Parasol stand, good one. No, it's not. A lawn measuring, no. A disc brake, no. Is it a tool? Yeah, it's a tool. Yeah, definitely a tool. Let me know what that is, please, Kev, because I'm not quite sure what that actually is without Googling it. A trundle wheel. Not heard of that before. Oh, that's better. Is it a Jedi Knight, says Pete? No, it ain't. See how you get on with that one. Is it a set of calipers? Yes and no. It is a set of calipers to a degree. A trundle wheel for measuring distance. No, it's not. It is a set of calipers to a degree. What do you think, Mark? What do you think? Mark's guessing. He thinks he knows what it is. Pete says, "Is it a tin of paint?" No, it ain't a tin of paint, Pete.
You got paint on the brain.
Is it a circumference caliper? To a degree, it is, but it's not what it's actually called. Dick wants to come back and say hello. Hang on, Dick. Let me bring him back. There you go.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, you don't have to apologise, mate. That's fine. I understand. It's not the name of it, Sparky. You're getting there. I want to know what it is and what it does. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to know exactly what it's actually for. Is it a compass? No, it's not. Mick, is it a tool? Yeah, it is a tool. Right? Yeah, it is a tool. $42 in the house. Good little numbers for a Saturday night. Is it a crank measuring tool? No, it's not. Poor old Pete Froudy weren't very happy. He won the mug last week, and I posted it, and it turned up, and it was in bits.
Oh, bloody hell.
Postman must have dropped it. Is it piston head calipers? No, I missed it, so I don't know. Says Brandon. Well, Brandon, if you were paying attention, then you would know, wouldn't you? You get no points for not guessing. I'll show it again in a minute. Is it a guess? No. Is it a pulling tool? No.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
I'll show you again for those that weren't paying attention, like you, Mark, and Brandon. All right.
I got it on pause anyway.
There you go.
It
has got some numbers on here. Look, it has got some bits and pieces on it. And if you notice just here, there's something just here and all.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. I had one from scrap once before.
You scrapped it?
I had one. Yeah, you won't wait handle it. Looks like it's a slot thing. That will damage it.
If you scrap yours, they're worth £5,000 now. Yeah.
I'll just go back 3 years now.
Well, there you go. Is it a pulling tool? I have to work. Yeah, apparently. Is it a run out gauge? What is a run out gauge, Pete? Explain what that is, please, buddy. Is it a crank caliper? No, it ain't. Is it a rolling measurer? No.
Is it for small engines?
No, it's not for small engines. No. A dial indicator? No. What do you think, Dick? What do you think it is?
No idea, mate. Absolutely
that's why I like you being up here, Pete. You ain't got a clue. Is it a measuring wheel? It is a measuring wheel to a degree. Have I got you? Is it brake calipers? No. Is it an antique pizza slicer? No, it ain't. Although it could probably be used for that. To be fair, I would probably use it for that. Is it a wheel-right measuring tool for a wagon wheels? Do you know what? You must have Googled that. We have a winner. The winner is the Bearded Badger. He has won. And let me get it for you. Let me show you what it actually is. So stop. Let me load this picture up. And that's exactly what it is called. Some of you guys may have been on the right track, but that's actually what it's called. So let me share the screen there. Do that. And then let me bring the picture up. Okay, so let's just pretend this is actually a wagon wheel, or it can be a train wheel, or it can be a cart wheel. And what you do is you then set this little tiny arm to the point of reference, and then you rotate round the side of the wheel, and it does tell you the circumference of the wheel to a degree. But this is actually called what Mr. Badger put, and it's the exact terminology. Let me stop sharing. It's the exact terminology what Badger put, and that is a wheel-right measuring tool. That is exactly what it's called. And he says, my father had one, just had to ring him. Cheers for that, Badger. good on you. Well, you got to phone a friend sometimes, I suppose. So Badger, feel free. Email me up. Email address is just below Dick there. Email me up, and you can be a winner of either a key ring, sticker, bottle opener, or key ring, or whatever I said. Just put in the email, I'm a winner, Will Wright, and then what it is you want, prize, and then put your address down below, and I will then send that prize off to you within sort of 2 months. I can't promise it'd be any earlier than that. Yeah, everyone was close. Google was your best friend. My father-in-law had one. I was close. Yeah, it was close, Pete. Yeah, never heard of one. Well, I have found a fantastic site that does all types of unique little tools, and some of them are completely obsolete now, and you just can't get them. But when I saw that, I thought, so many people will guess what it is to a degree, but not actually know. Effectively, it is a set of calipers. Effectively. But it's actually called a wheel right, and it gives you the diameter of any type of wheel, but mainly wagon wheels. That's what it was used for. So that was cool. Well done, you. Did you think that's what it was, Mark?
I thought it was something different, like for what? It's like the same thing, like while we line.
Okay, that was a nice belch, Timothy.
So it wasn't me.
Who was it in? Was that Dick?
Must have been Dick.
Oh, you're right. It's a good belch. I heard that from over here. That was a brilliant belch. So give us an email then, Badger. No worries at all. I'll get your prize off to you. Let me go find another one for you. I've got some absolute beauties, but I've got to remember what they are myself. That's a blinking problem. What's that one there? Do you remember what that one is? Yeah. So we should get this one. This one should be quite a good one. Okay. This one you should get. All right.
Pardon me.
My Lord, what an absolute beauty. Right, here's a second one for tonight then. Let's have a little go on this one. So let me share the screen. 43 in the house. Give us a thumbs up. And let's see what you make of this. This one I'm thinking should go quite quick. There you go. Have a little ponder on that one.
Ooh.
Try and keep the comments as clean as you can.
I'll try.
So there you go. There's the next one. Let's see how we get on with that. Wagon wheels, I know, are made of chocolate. Yeah, cheers, Jace. Used to be bigger on wagons. Okay. Is it a grease gun? No, it's not. Who was that pig? It says Jason Hughes. Is it a center punch? No, it's not. Is it an egg poacher? No. Is it an air pump? No. Is it a chisel? Nope. So it's actually quite a good one, that one. And do you know what? Quite a handy old tool to have about the place. Is it a rubber cap for a vacuum line? No. And I love my new chair. Is it the end of a pipette for a turkey baster? No, it ain't. Is it a hand drill? No, it ain't one of them. Is it a rubber cap vacuum? No, it's not. Is it a breast pump? Jason? No, it's not. Is it a paperweight? No, it's not. Is it an oil pump? No, it's not. It's a throne mic, not a chair. You know, I got it from B&M, quite cheap, 60 quid. It does me. It's so comfortable. Now I'm leaning back in it. Is it a gas bottle? No, definitely not. An oiler? Nope, not an oiler. Is it a brush? No, it's not.
Is it used for small engines or other engines?
You can use it on small engines. You can use it on big engines. You can use it. You can't use it on diesels. Yeah, you can use it on pretty much most engines other than diesels, I would say. I've got someone in the chat wants to have a little word. Down here. Who's that down there? Ah, my Lord. What are you doing down there? You're late. You are late. Do you know I've got you marked down as absent for 2 whole weeks? 2 weeks you're in my book for. You know, yeah. No, we're just sitting there nodding. Hiya, Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
Nice to see you, my friend. I've not seen you for a couple of weeks. I'm assuming you've been busy. You got caught up somewhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, there's been a big change in YouTube. I think you saw me complaining about it on one of your comments there. And
Yeah.
I no longer get an email from the people I subscribe to when they make a video. And I now have to use the little red bell notifications in YouTube to see who's making videos. I can't use my email anymore. So it's been driving me nuts.
So you know what the younger Bruce Pender's fan club is going to say, don't you?
Suck it up.
Suck it up, princess. Do you know what one of these are?
My wife, I have one, but I don't use it with data. My wife one has data, but I don't. It costs money. I mean, it costs money.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. It costs money, but it is one of the only ways you're going to get notifications come through. I've got all of my notifications now come through. I have to go onto YouTube to find them. Yeah. Otherwise, you get a bit stuck. But yeah,
I figured it out.
It is an issue. I did send you some links via emails, Bruce, of what else you can do as well. I don't know how it works. I know one was an Australian site I use, so I don't know if that's any use to you.
Well, that one was really complicated, and then I personally don't like to download free software from places because
I get you. I have noticed that my video views are down already. And also my views in the house tonight are down considerably as well tonight. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, for those that remember, Micks Mowers is always live 6:30 UK time on a Saturday night. Come or don't come, choice is yours. As long as I have fun, that's all I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
I've got someone else in the chat here. Who's that? Mr. Briggs. He can come on up. He'll probably have interference. We'll come with him. There he is. Mr. Briggs.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Briggs.
So let's see how we're getting on. We're just right in the middle, Bruce. Guess what it is? Guys.
Yes, I heard that.
Is it a gas bottle? No. Oiler? No. Brush? Can we see it? Just came in. Yeah, definitely not a problem. Yeah, I'll get it up in 2 seconds. Is it an air puffer? No, it's not. Is it to suck the snot out of your nose? No. A suction device for fluid? No. Hi, says Bruce. He's in the chat. Is it a compression tester? No, it's not. Can we see it again? Yeah, in a minute. 2 seconds. Just getting down to the end of the chat. Hi, Mick. Is it a carb pressure tester? No. Is it a fuel pump? No. Bruce's link being run in the chat by Dirt Rider. Thank you very much for that. Is it some kind of primer? No, it's not. So let me go and get it again then. I'm surprised that some of you guys and girls don't have this. And actually, I may actually get one if I can. Although they are vintage, they must do a modern day one. So let me get you guys over there and let me bring that photograph back up. There it is. There you go. Wow. There you go. You see that little tiny dimple on the end of it? Yeah, so that little tiny dimple, that means absolutely nothing. Okay.
Is it a whistle?
Is it a whistle? No, it ain't a whistle cupcake. Is it to clean carburetors? No, I didn't see it. I just put it up there, Brandon. You'll get it in 10 seconds. Hi, Tina. Nice to see you. Is it a primer? No, it's not a primer. No. So how you been then, Bruce? You've been busy working on stuff. I did notice in your videos, we are probably a couple of weeks behind where you are. I have noticed that then compressors are still in your garage.
Oh, you're killing me. Yes. Due to the fact that I schedule videos, the compressors are actually not physically there. However, it does create confusion amongst people that think that I'm making my videos live.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
No, it's a good enough answer for me. I'll accept that all day long.
Yeah.
Is it a primer? No. Is it for oiling mowers? No. Is it a valve lapping tool? No. Is it a valve grinding tool? No. Is it a spark tester? No. Is it an electronic tester? No. Neil, Bruce is good with a jet wash, though. Bruce is very good with jet wash. Even the ones that don't work very well, he's very good with jet washes. He's actually very good to a degree that Bruce can actually jet wash a machine off and literally catapult pull cord assemblies about 15 feet across driveways. That's how good Bruce is. And I've got to say, Bruce, I know you weren't up here the other day. We actually had Zippo came in to see us last week, which was quite nice. I did a little midweek one.
Uh-huh.
You was probably tucked up in bed. But Zippo come on, and we were having the right old chuckle at your expense, actually. We were talking about when that little old Kohler engine finally decided to pop into life, and it jumped about 4 inches off the table, and you sort of went to grab it, but didn't know where to grab it because the shaft was spinning, and you had the fuel tank balance on top, and the battery was there. And it just, for me, I love that sort of thing because trying to get engines running is one thing, right? But trying to stop them is quite something else.
All I could have done was just pull off the lead off the coil, but I'm not used to having a DC coil, right? So I ended up grabbing that high tension lead to the spark plug and just ripping it off, and I got shot too.
Oh, it's great. As soon as it jumped up off the bench, I thought, "Here we go. This is good." It's a bit like waiting for the bull to come out of the gate, just waiting for it to start bucking. It was brilliant. I know that somebody did a video a while ago. It might have been Roy. He did a video on a stationary engine, and I think he actually had it mounted in a vise. I think, and it wasn't in the vise very well.
Yeah.
And he got it going, and it jumped out of the vise. Of course, because it had a big flywheel on it, he didn't grab it. It would have tore his head off, So he just let it he just held it as best he could before it started tearing his shed apart. But no, good video, Bruce. And yeah, I love the comment. I've never had so much fun since I broke my wrist. That was a comment of the year for me. Let's have a look here. Comment was deleted. What was that deleted comment? Are we having a go? Is it a porky bum tool? No, it's not a pokey bum tool. No, it's not for poking bums. No. Is it a pump Tina? No, it's not a pump Tina. Is it a terminal cleaner? No, it's not. Is it a screwdriver job? No, it's not a screwdriver. No, I don't want to time no one out. Hang on, let me come off of there. No, it's not a screwdriver. Hello, Mick. How you doing? Yeah, Bruce got the jolt. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I got a bolt off of my ransom today. I fired that up. I got a massive whack off of it and all. Swine. Is it a push driver? No, it's not. I've got a double-ended one, John Ladd. Cool. Yeah, yeah. I fired up my old vintage mower today, and I went to I had to choke it, which is unusual for that machine. It doesn't normally need choke, but it hasn't been running about a month, so I thought I'd give it a run up. And I choked it, and it fired up. But just as I bent down to turn the choke off, because I've got bare wrists, I must have went to touch the choke, but also touched the HTD at the top of it as well, whilst it was at half chat. So I got a very quick reminder not to touch tops of spark plugs when engines are running at about 30,000 RPM, because it certainly livened me up.
Well, okay, I think I got it. I think I don't want to. I guessed on the CN Tower, and that was a crazy guess, and that worked.
All right, are you going to put a comment in there? Okay, we'll see how you get on. Is it for pressure testing fuel lines? No, it's not. Is it a water pump? No, it's not. Is it a chicken baster? No, it's not. Is it a spark plug starter pull? Says Kevin. Yes, it is.
Oh.
So, Kevin, you are a winner. So stop. Let me just get my my email address up for you there, Kevin. You are a winner. Let me go and get the picture for you. It was a bit crude of me to do that, but you know, if I just give you the whole picture, you can guess what it is, right? So
it had carpet, and I saw a hand, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, we see the carpet. The carpet is there to distract you. Let me share screen out. Do that. And come down to here, and there it is. There she is, a spark plug starting off tool. So if you're working on a big V8 or something along that line, or in particular, I don't know about you guys and girls, but the Hondas, sometimes where they put the Honda spark plug, especially generators, right, Bruce? You can't get in there. So that's a brilliant tool. Now I will say, and I won't take any gold for this, but there is a cheaper version on the market, and all you got to do is get yourself your spark plug, and if you then get yourself a nice piece of 2-stroke fuel line, and then what you do is you heat that up just slightly. And you can then put, I can't do it live whilst here, but you can then put that little tiny bit of pipe on there. You can dangle it, and you can then twist the fuel line as well. So you can do it with a bit of fuel line as well. And that little tip came from Ken's Small Engines, which I use quite often. So also, Bruce, what I got you here, Bruce, I was actually going to send you this the other day. I thought you might like this. Where are you? I'm done. That's me. All right, there's me. I thought you might like this, Bruce. I made you a little necklace up.
Is it made out of a Torx plug? It is. Yay!
So
that'll go on. That's going to go on the man wall.
So I might buzz it over to you, Bruce. I think you might appreciate that.
The only problem is it's going to be 75 quid for postage.
I don't worry about that, Bruce. Like I've always said, to send somebody a parcel just to make them smile, that's worth every single penny.
Well, I'm too cheap. So, I'm too cheap for that.
Don't worry about it. Bruce, did you ever get your oil pump thing you're going to get? Did you ever get that?
No, I never did get that. but yeah, and then it went out of stock. So,
balls. Okay. No worries. I just want to go. I've not seen you use one, so I use mine all the time. All the time I use mine. Right. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. So who won that? Kevin, wasn't it? Yeah, Kevin. So Kev, just put in your email, I'm a winner, spark plug starter, and put your address in there, and you've got a Micks Mowers pen, keyring, sticker, or bottle opener to choose from. The pens are out of stock at the moment. They should be here by midweek. So if you want a pen, you have to wait a little bit longer until I come. I have one of those spark plug necklaces, and it has a light on it on the end of it. Oh, that's cool, super cool. So, what are you thinking, Bruce, of my new mic audio I've got in then?
I haven't noticed. Is that bad? I've been so concentrating on trying to find emails and videos and
well,
plus.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. I'd say that's actually.
Hi, David Young.
I'm on a run. I've been so busy in the shop. Actually, I haven't even had time to make videos already.
Have you not? So what have you been, without giving the game away? What have you had in this week? You've had much in?
Whew. It's all just lawnmowers that are almost ready for the dump. I mean, even for me. And I'm trying to save them. And I saved one for a neighbor. I ended up taking the front wheel drive off, cutting the belt, taking the gears off so the tires will just roll. And that's the first time I've done that, by the way. And then it's still
back in a minute, mate. Let the dogs up.
Right, mate, no worries.
And the engine has the death rattle, like it's on the edge. So, and I did another Tecumseh, so unfortunately for you. But, it's okay. Been busy.
I had in today, I'm getting much the same. To be fair, a lot of low end stuff coming in and stuff on the end of their days. I had a nice little mount fill came in yesterday, Bruce. I showed everyone else already. Nice little mount fill came in. It had what we call a SV or RV150 engine on it, which is not very nice. So I give it a paint job. It didn't look like that earlier on. Believe me, it's just sitting there drying. So it's had a new paint job, stickers removed and whatever. And I put a nice 135cc overhead cam Honda on it, which is quite nice. 21-inch cut, power driven wheels. It's done a bit of mileage. You can tell by the wheels, done a bit of mileage. But that's all nice. And then I've also got this little puppy here, little Suffolk.
Well, no, I did watch that last week. I did watch you and Riley were on. That was about 4 days ago, eh?
Definitely. What do you think about the carburetor fix, Bruce? What do you reckon of that?
the carburetor fixed. Now, all I confess, I was zipping through it, and I remember you had it in the tray. And what'd you do?
So I went to remove the pin to take the float out.
Oh, yeah.
And I could not get the pin out. It was as if either the alley and the steel had welded itself together, like it does, corroded. But there was absolutely no corrosion, zero corrosion or pitting or oxidization within the bowl itself.
That wasn't me, man.
It wasn't me, man. I spoke to Pete, and he did one a little while ago, and he said his was a little bit tough. But in the end, I had to punch that pin out in a vise. I had to punch that pin out. So one of the posts snapped off that holds the pin in. A new carburetor for that is it's a Walbro carburetor. New carburetor for that is £130. You can't. I don't think you can buy a copy of those as of yet. So I used an Araldite. But it is a metal Araldite, so you got the hardener, and then it's got this other stuff which has got like stainless steel filings in it. So I give that a go, and it works fine. It works absolutely beautifully. But I'm going to go back in next week, probably next weekend, and have it apart again just to see how it's holding up. But my theory is, with the carburetor being the right way up and the float dropping down.
Yes.
When the fuel comes into the bowl and the float comes up to stop, technically, the posts should not be under the petrol. They should still be above it, just about. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So hopefully it'll hold. If it don't hold, I've got to go buy a new carburetor for it.
I've got nothing but faith in some of these new epoxies. They're great.
Without a doubt. So some of the new stuff coming through is absolutely brilliant. If not, I've got some of those aluminium brazing rods. I could try that.
Then you could drill it. Sorry. It's funny that you mentioned that, because I had a machine. You know how you take pride in your work, and when a machine comes back, it's upsetting, and you're laying there at 2 a.m. wondering how on earth this thing. I cut 3 lawns with it before I sold it. And how on earth this thing came back. Yeah. And what it was you don't know what happens before you get them, right? Especially on a free machine. And the hole that you're talking about was just offline by about 2 degrees. So the pin was binding on either side, and I think it was holding the float stuck closed once in a while. And it was driving me absolutely crazy. I tried to straighten that, and I broke it. But it was a Briggs. So I just went to the pile and got a new Briggs carburetor.
I'm guessing that this is very, very similar. Definitely, someone had definitely been in before me, because the main jet flathead was butchered. And I didn't think I was going to ever get it out, but literally I put a driver in, and it came undone with no problem at all. But definitely, someone had been in there. So when I actually managed to get the pin out and did a repair, I got an SV150, which is a Chinese copy.
Yeah.
Put that pin in, and that pin, it wasn't slack, Alice. It wasn't roomy. It just glided in absolutely lovely. So. It could have been a bit of oxidization in there, but as I say, the inside of a bowl was absolutely immaculate. So I don't know.
You know those brass. I have to interrupt again. You know those brass floats that are stuck in there from corrosion.
Yeah.
And they have the little slots about 5/8 of an inch down deep inside, and you've already spun you've broken the 2 grooves for the screwdriver. I used the smallest easy out I could find with a propane torch and heat up what I call the tower of the carburetor.
Yeah.
And then use an easy out. And if you can get that jet out, you can replace the jet.
I had a very similar issue. I don't know if you remember. I did an MTD rototiller not so long ago.
Yes, that was a nice rototiller.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've still got it. It hasn't sold, but I've got a feeling it's going to sell next year.
Right.
Because it's all the crops are all growing now. No one's tilling their allotment, so I think it's on next year. But the mixture jet on that one, it wouldn't come out, as you probably saw in the video, and it snapped off on me. And literally all I'd done was I put it in the vise, and I just got my Mac torch out, and I just made the brass just before it started to sweat.
Right.
I just put a little bit in there, and all of a sudden I saw some fluid just come out of the threads. Give it a turn, and it pretty much just come out like butter. I mean, I just cut a new flathead edge into it, and it went back in. And I started up yesterday. Actually, started up yesterday, first time in about 2 months, and it fired within sort of 2 or 3 pulls and ran away. So yeah, good to go. So there's always a workaround. There's always something we can do. But yeah, that carburetor, £130 for a new carburetor. I'm not paying that.
That's almost the value of the machine. That's the value of the machine once you put in 2 hours worth of labor.
Oh, definitely. One other thing I wanted to discuss with everyone. We all know, and we're all a fan of these, aren't we? We all absolutely adore this style carburetor, don't we? We all love these carbs, don't we? Yeah. Are we a fan, Bruce? Is that a yes or is that a no?
That's a no. My neck's stiff.
Yeah, I am not a fan.
Not a fan.
These are the me. I don't get it. I just don't.
I know one carb you hate worse than that.
The clumsy.
Yeah. Well. To be fair, and I'm going to say this, and shoot me down. I would rather work on a Tecumseh than work on one of these.
I agree.
Who are you? What have you done with
at least with I'm telling you, at least with a Tecumseh, you know where you're going, right?
Right.
I've had 2 of these off of different engines, and the first one, I got my micro drills out. I got my micro drills. I thought I'd give it a little bit, give it some of that. And I didn't take too much out. I just feathered it, and it now only runs on choke, or runs like it's running on choke. Okay.
Right. You took it up one step, and now the jet is too big. But before that, the jet was too small.
Exactly that. Okay, but I only went up like half.
I've done that twice now.
Yeah. Well, so I only went up like half a foul, Bruce. It was nothing. You know what? I thought it was nothing. Anyway, so that's the thing. Anyway, I had a phone call today off of Top Plonker. He rang me up today just because he likes to annoy me. Or yesterday, and he actually bought just for cartridge to these. You can buy just for cartridge on their own. Now, do you see that? Do you see what happened? As soon as I said that, that man's eyes just went whoop like that. Okay, so the cartridge to these in the UK are £6. Okay, so that's going to be $11. Bruce, your end?
Yep.
So you can now buy just for cartridge. Okay. And get this, Phil showed me his one, and they have now taken out one of the jets completely. I've got a part number, Bruce. Do you want me to give you a part number? Hang on, I've got a part number. Hang on, I can do it for you, babe. I've got it all here. I knew I'd see you one day. I was going to email and tell you anyway. Here we go. Part number for one of these main jet assemblies, Briggs and Stratton, is 597 597 547.
597
597 547.
Good.
I'll repeat it again for those that are hard of hearing. 597 547.
Great. I've got two of them in my.
Yeah, Bruce. I'm in exactly the same boat as you. I've got 2 mowers outside, 2 carburetors inside, and they're both knackered. So now you can buy, and they've been out a little while. Ellis Mowers was actually on about it a little while ago, and I thought that's a thing. I wonder. And Phil actually bought a set, and he said that on one of the bit that comes off of a cartridge and comes off on its own, that jet on the left hand side of it, that's now gone. They don't have that jet in them. So it begs the question: how did I manage to super fine drill that jet out, and it runs on choke, but yet the new cartridge you get, it don't have a jet in it?
What? It's got to have them internally.
I'm at a loss. Yeah. So So there you go. I hope it helps people out because I'm not a fan of the E Series Briggs engine. Not a fan at all. I don't like them. And I have been. I'm going to say I've been stinging customers £40 for a genuine Briggs and Stratton bowl style carburetor because they're 38 quid plus the postage. And you can now get a replacement cartridge for £6 in the UK. That's absolutely fantastic.
Right.
They sell them carburetors at Walmart up by me for $9.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm with you, Mr. Briggs. Right, you can get those from Wuhan or from any UK seller on eBay, and they're absolutely shocking. They generally run for around about 2 or 3 weeks, and I've had them come back. The little tiny gasket that they have on it is not the same stuff. It's effectively the same as a flathead Briggs with the gasket and diaphragm set. If you buy cheap, you're going to get cheap materials. But I find that the copy ones of these, you might as well just throw them straight in the bin. They're no good for nothing.
They're not copy. They're all Chinese anymore. Even Briggs are.
No, I get that. But you have Chinese Briggs warehouse here. Then you have we pretend to be Chinese Briggs warehouse here.
Right.
Two different companies, okay, and the quality is different. If you get a Tecumseh carburetor, Bruce, put on a set of scales, and then get a copy Tecumseh carburetor, put on a set of scales, it's really half the weight. So the quality is not there.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the 550 Briggs, right? With the plastic carburetor.
That's a 450E. That one.
Oh, yeah, same idea though.
Yeah. And apparently Phil was saying that there's the tops of them also. You get now the new ones have got a different style top on the throttle arm as well. But for £6, I think that might be plus postage for £6. So you call it a tenner. You can get 2 or 3 of them, and he said he fitted his to it, pulled the cord, and away it went beautifully. Absolutely no issues whatsoever.
The strangest thing, I've got a little pressure washer with a 550 Briggs on it. And because it's a stationary engine, it has a heavier flywheel because there's no blade. And that little thing just, touch wood, just runs, and runs and runs and runs and runs. I don't know. They did something right, but it was probably assembled in a different place, and they put something good on there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Ian says, I'm back. I just had to super glue my eyebrow after cutting it on an ornament. The ornament is now up the garden.
Oh, someone said, the New Jersey man said Mick's looking old. Uh-oh.
Well, do you know what? I'm 42 years old, and I am old. It's what it is, people. I tell you something, you can't beat the tick-tock. And yet I was there 20 years ago going, oh, you old fellas, I'm never going to get old. Well, guess what? You get old. It's what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be your age again.
Why not? I had a hell of a time when I was younger.
I have a hell of a time now. I'll be 52 on Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm all past the 50 is nifty.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. Pete Frau
Happy
says,
birthday for Wednesday, Mr. Briggs.
Pete Frau says they are junk, definitely. I was on the window ledge in the kitchen, bent down and changed the bag, and then in the bag and nutted it. Okay. Are you sure, Mick? The one you
60.
drilled.
Oh, by the way, guys,
the one you drilled out, seal it up and see what happens. Yeah. Well, do you know what? For what it's worth, I tried it. I tried doing everything to it, and once you drill them out, you know what? That should have worked, because if I've drilled out RS150s, I've drilled out the Tecumsehs. In fact, I had a Quantum engine on in the workshop last week, which was a Hater 48 Pro old style side drive, and that hadn't been started for 7 years. It's got the same Quantum carburetor bulb that we all know and love. I drilled it out because it was hunting just beforehand. Drilled it out, just took a feather out of it, and it ran as sweet as a nut. So I've done it before, but for whatever reason, those little tiny junk.
Well,
Briggs
maybe on those old Briggs and Tecumsehs and even Kohlers, you might just be taking the varnish that's been in there for 5 years. That's stuck in there like metal.
Well, this is a thing, but when Phil showed me the difference because he had the two to show me the comparison. The main jet on the new cartridges is nearly twice the size of the old one, and there's no what I would call slow running jet on the opposing side. So go figure. My jets are still smaller than what his are, but yet one of the jets is actually not even there.
Well, maybe that one jet does the job of the two.
Well, I'm going to take that jet out and give that a go. The chances are it ain't going to have it. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know, Bruce, that could be a winner chicken dinner for all of us. To get that to work. Bruce has got it written down. He'll be on eBay later on. He'll be buying them all up. True story. She's making me tell the police. Okay, cool. Happy upcoming birthday, Mr. Briggs. Hiya, NJ Garden Lawn Services. How are you doing? So, Bruce, what have you been on today then? You been working much today, or are you lunch breaking?
No, yesterday we had family in for dinner. My niece just had a baby five weeks ago, and that's been wonderful. We need some smiles around here. Yeah, and I just did a valve job. You know, on a flathead where you take off 5/1000ths off the end of a valve and give them the old lap. Yeah. I just did that. I love doing that, and I got a chance to do that on a flathead this week, so that's been nice. Video to come in 3 weeks, by the way. The generators, the compressors might still be there.
Yeah. Oh my Lord! You're never gonna get shot. And to be fair, by the time they're gone, they're going to be dirty fuel in there. They won't run anyway.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And then I get comments from subscribers, and I appreciate this. The poplar trees, they give off a fluff. I don't know if you have that in the UK.
Yeah.
I had a video that was about 3.5 weeks old, and the poplar fluff was still. And I put it out. Somebody mentioned, you still have poplar fluff or cottonwood fluff in August? And I'm going like, oh man, busted again, you know.
But was that that was a video that you did earlier in the year, and then you was going to release it on the 1st of August or something? Is that the one?
Well, yeah, that's like that. Yes. Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. That was the one where you sat and watched your grocery man turn up and put all the stuff on the doorstep and whatever.
And I did another one of those for August 17th, 2021. It's already scheduled. It's in the, so next year we're going to see who they're, I'm not political, but we're going to see how COVID's doing. We're going to see who's the president of the United States, and maybe even the prime minister of Canada, because we've got a minority government. So it'll be fun to have a look a year later.
Yeah. So I did see that you got a negative comment on your channel this week, because someone was complaining about the adverts you put on your channel, Bruce.
Yeah, as if we have a choice.
Well, I also joined that club.
I saw you jumped on him. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I jumped on him, had him in a headlock, and whilst his foot was up around the back of his neck. I actually had the same comment on mine. I think it was Rose in the chat earlier on. YouTube actually put an advert right in the middle of my intro.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. You think that they have the software to pick up pauses and insert videos into, how you turn the camera off, go have lunch, and you come back, and there's a blip. They have the software to put ads in there, and also having two advertisements at the beginning of a video. That's kind of so,
yeah.
That's how it is.
Complain about Bruce.
Wow. Say again.
I said, who could complain about Bruce?
Well, but that's pretty much what I said. I was quite polite, because actually Zippo put a comment. Oh, where Ken wants a link. Zippo actually put a comment on my channel about 2 months ago, and Zippo was nowhere near as polite as what I was. And I just said, think about the man who's working hours, videoing stuff, buying spares, bits and pieces in, editing, all the rest of it, for you to complain about where the adverts go. Do you know what I mean? Right. So Zippo's one was actually, he said pretty much the same, but was a lot more aggressive. And then at the end of Zippo's comment, he put, I suppose if you even farted and it didn't smell, you'd complain about something, is what Zippo put.
Yeah.
But you know, it's what it is. You know, people just they got to complain about something, so why not just pick on me? So yeah, it's what it is.
Well, the first thing I do is if I have a crummy comment, I go to the person's channel who made the bad comment, and 99.9% of the time they've never made a video.
Yeah.
So they don't really have any right to even complain because there's no knowledge of what goes on in that garage 2 o'clock in the afternoon when things go to hell and the camera's on.
Yeah, exactly that. It's just some and some. You know, there's been a few little channels moving about. I've picked a couple of new channels up this week, and really, really, really good channels. I've not got a lot of subscribers at all, and really enjoying it. And they're even getting clout with poor comments. But you know, cut someone a bit of slack and give them a chance. They're trying to put content out there, and what have you. You are right, Dirt Rider. I mean, you do have control over your adverts, but you have to go into the editing suite and then manually remove the ones that YouTube have put on, and then manually put the ones that you want on. So you do have that luxury. But when you're doing videos, you know, I've done a video today. I started it at about 10:30. Actually finished the video by about 3:30 this afternoon. Time I finished mucking about with it. It will come out at around about 30 minutes long. I've got to edit it. I've got to render it. I've then got to upload it onto YouTube. I've then got to put the adverts on. I've got to put the end screens on and all the bits and pieces. You're talking 3 hours, so you know what I mean. It's just, it would be nice if people just literally, you know, were a bit more sort of polite because they don't know what goes on behind the background. I've got Ken Small Engines trying to come in. He's obviously seen Bruce up there. There he is. Wants to come on up. Hi, Ken.
What's going on, guys? Doing mobile.
Hi, Ken.
You're doing mobile work, are you?
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. We got tractors, we got mowers, we got chargers, we got everything today.
Right on.
So are we going to be seeing tomorrow a live stream live inside the dungeon tomorrow?
Well, I started cleaning it, Mick. You'd be proud. You could actually.
Oh no! That was never ever on the cards. We didn't mention anything about cleaning. Nothing, did we?
Well, I had to clean and able to get in there. I couldn't even walk in there. You saw that. It was a shame because that's not me. That's not how I operate. It's not how I work. But you know, the hot weather, Mick, I didn't even want to touch anything. You know, it's just
no, I understand. Hi, Ian. Benedict White says it does take an age to edit, often longer than it does to do the job itself. Exactly that. You know,
exactly.
You know, I did a video the other day. I think it was actually this Suffolk Punch. I put all my video clips into my editing suite, and it came out at 1 hour and about 15 minutes long, which is way too long what it needs to be.
And then what do you cut out? Eh? How much do you cut out and still have it look like it's and make it look like it's coherent?
Exactly that. I got it down to about 40 minutes, which is about the best I could do without cheating myself out of content. And by the time I then put me intros in and me other bits and pieces and what have it came out about 45 minutes long, which is good enough for me. I'm not concerned about putting long videos out. It don't bother me. If you don't want to watch it all, you don't have to watch it all. It's what it is, you know. But
I apologize
you know,
to all who are in the chat because I don't have chat on this phone here. It's not that technical of a phone, so
that's what. Hey, I agree with you. I don't
even get me started. Bruce's phone, he has to crank the handle just to get the operator.
Yeah,
I'm proud I can text.
That's the Alexander Graham Bell version, right, Chris?
You know what?
Well, it is what it is. My mother-in-law, she's due an upgrade very, very soon. She's 74 years old and she's due an upgrade. And I've told her she's got grandkids and what have you, and great grandkids. And I said to her, why don't you get yourself a little tiny smartphone? Then they can FaceTime. You know, you can chat to them. And no, not interested. But I think I've got her now. She's going to go down the smartphone road. I'm going to disable everything else around it, put it all in a folder out the way so she can't see it. And then she'll be able to FaceTime and what have you. So she's looking to do it. So Bruce, I think you should get yourself a nice brand new iPhone and you'll be on WhatsApp.
I've got a great phone. Trudy has my wife. Excuse me, Mrs. P. She has she's got the phone with all of the do-hummers and we only need the one between the two of us.
Yeah, I understand, but it is a pain in the ass when YouTube get rid of all your notifications and what have you. And even today, I released that video on. I think that was a cylinder mower. I'm not getting notifications of any comments coming through. I go onto my video, scroll down into a comment section, and there's like 20 comments in there.
Right.
And there's no notifications. I've got any comments.
That's my complaint.
Yeah, exactly that. How are we supposed to communicate with our subscribers if you don't even know and don't go back and check? I'm the same as you, Bruce. I do like to reply to pretty much most of the comments I've got. People take the time out of their day to send a comment in. I like to respond. And I went back and got 20 comments in there, and I didn't know I had one.
Well, I think I got mine fixed, so that's good.
So what have you done then, Bruce? How have you got around it?
First, I went into Gmail and I turned on all notifications because I used to have that set as none. And then I went back into YouTube and what did I do there? I went to settings and I should pull it up. Just give me a second and I'll go do that.
You take your time, Bruce. I've got all night.
Take me off and I'll come back in it.
Mick, quick comment. I had my video a few weeks ago on generators. I had shown that meter I use where I check for hertz and frequency, voltage, all that. I had a person, not a subscriber, not a creator or anything, come in there and try and set me straight. I guess he knows more about electricity, which is possible because I'm not an electrician. He mentioned to me that what he does is he will get a generator running and then he will set it for 61 hertz on the meter while it's under no load, so that under half load it'll get about 59 to 60 hertz, which I thought was good advice. So what I did was there's a guy on there, I don't know if you know him, James Condon, who does tons of videos.
Yeah, I subscribed to his channel just last week. Brilliant channel.
Actually brilliant. Yeah, so what I did was I actually commented those comments to him on one of his videos and asked him for his say, because he seems like he's very involved with the technical aspect, and I want to make sure the subscribers get a true picture of what really needs to be done. So we'll see if comments,
definitely. Well, I messaged him on his channel, and his whole persona on his channel is that there was not enough good generator in-depth videos out there. Lots of fixes, lots of workarounds, but nothing that
fixes,
yeah, exactly that. So he is the generator man, and to me, having it set slightly higher, so that when you put a device in, it comes in at half load. To me that doesn't quite make sense to me, because you're setting it at a higher pace, and different things that you plug in only require certain amounts of load. Therefore, if you put something in that doesn't require a bigger load, that machine is still pumping out more than what it should do. Is that right?
But keep in mind, it's the frequency that can damage the appliance or the motor. It's not the voltage, exactly. It's really the frequency. So he's trying to tell me, when you plug in various loads, refrigerators, so forth, whatever, try and get it so it sticks around the 59 to 60 hertz range. I mean, in your case, it's 50 because you're European versus us is 60. But, I enjoyed the comment. And I believe he gave me a negative thumbs down because it was. I look back, it's the only thumbs down in all my all 255 videos. But anyway, when I saw the thumbs down, I always go into creator each day and I look to see who commented. And I saw a thumbs down. I go, oh, what's this? So I look down and I see his comment. I said, well, let me answer him. So I did. I said, look, with all due respect, I said, great for the comment. Thank you so much. I said, I'm not an electrician. I really don't know. And I said, but, thanks for commenting, whatever. But then I looked, he's not a creator. He doesn't have any subscribers, doesn't have any videos, but, good comments. So I said, you know what? James Condon seems like the source. Let me ask him.
Exactly that. So I recently done a video on how to test a coil, which is, I think is quite helpful.
The resistance?
Resistance. And but this is the thing, is that different spark plugs, you get a resistor coil and you get a non-resistor coil. And there are possibly 3 different ways in which you can then test a coil.
Sure.
The way that I tested it will get somebody in a workshop out of a pickle. Are you ready, Bruce? Are you ready, Bruce? I know you're just eating something there. Give me a thumbs up, Bruce. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, there are different ways in which you can then test a coil. But the way that I did it, by bench testing it and just trying to get you within a certain radius, you can then tell if that coil is good or not. We're not I'm not into the specifics of making sure that coil is putting out the right amount. I want to make sure that coil will or will not fire your spark plug to fire your engine. That was the idea of it. But as we say, there's always an expert out there, and the experts generally have no content and like to have a banter with you. I did a video a little while ago on a steel long reach hedge trimmer. Did a full service on it, and I fully serviced it, got it running, and I had a comment to say when you ran that trimmer, you had the head tipped backwards. I could hear it because the engine was under an extreme amount of load. Now, number one, I would never run a trimmer with it backwards anyway, and lots of the new trimmers, you can't actually run the trimmer with the head tipped backwards. I've been in the game long enough to know that you shouldn't do that. And he replied to me saying, "I've been in the I'm a steel technician, been in the game for 30 years. You can't kid a kidder." So to that, I just responded and said, "Would you like to see the unedited video where you can actually see the head of the chainsaw or of a trimmer fully extended or not?" And he just said, "No, I'm not interested."
Doesn't want to be wrong.
Well, that's what it is. You know, very helpful video, Mick, about the cause. Well, I hope it is good, you know, because, you know, the idea is all people who put stuff out there is to help each other out. And it's not in a workshop where, like your workshop, Bruce, you have pretty much every tool there is, even to a metal bending tool. You've got most stuff in there.
You know, I want to lathe, but I just don't have room.
Uh-oh.
What? You don't have room?
Well, we still park in there.
So, you know, it's what it is. Mick, you gave me the confidence to try and clean a carburetor. It was full of crud. Once cleaned, it ran sweet. I wouldn't have had the confidence if you hadn't have shown me how to do it. But there you go. That's exactly the comment you want to get. It's, you know, get down and get dirty with the most basic of tools. And the way I like to do it is the same as you, Bruce, is that if you follow what we do, you've only got to possibly buy out £15 worth of tools to get the job done. You know, you don't have to have an ultrasonic cleaner. You don't have to have all these bits and pieces. You can do it by hand, and you can get a job done at a minimal cost. Someone was arguing with me about how I started a petrol stove. I asked him if he'd like to see the instructions. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So, Bruce, what did you actually do then, Bruce?
You know what? And a lot of people may already have this set up in their Gmail, so it doesn't matter. But I just had to print this off because anyway, go to Gmail. And go to the settings, the little star at the top right-hand corner in Gmail.
Yeah.
Go to that, and then scroll down to desktop notifications and select new mail notifications on and save at the bottom. And then what that'll do is that when you're in YouTube, you'll get the little bell. You'll get a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 10 or a 20 on your. It's just how many comments you've got. That's all it is. And then you touch that bell, and then it opens on the right-hand side. They're not email comments anymore. They're just the comments and suggestions from all of the people in your chat, all the people that you subscribe to.
There you go.
Because I'm interested in seeing what they're doing. I mean, I can pump videos out, but I'm interested in what my subscribers, the people I'm subscribed to, are doing.
Yeah, no, exactly that. No, exactly that, Bruce. You know, and there are some channels. I watched a brilliant channel called, I don't know if you got him. His name is I think his name is Farm Dad. He's in America.
Yes.
Have you got him? He's fantastic. Some of his stuff that he does little fixes. He works around the farm. He does a bit of cooking. He does a bit of painting, and he does most things. it's just not a channel I watch regularly, and he doesn't put a great deal of content out often enough. So he's one of them channels I have to write his name down to remember to go and check him out, because I always forget to pop over and go and see him. But his content is really good, you know. There's Nick. Let's bring Nick up. So you got a comment there, Bruce, from Benedict. How you doing, Nick? Hey, Bruce. I have 2 lathes. One at
one out. Yeah, I see that. One in Atlas and the other on my floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you could get Bruce. You know, in all fairness, you have got room in your backyard where you park your lawn tractors. You've got room there to put one up.
Well, I've almost got Mrs. P talked into building a nice little carport there for all my tractors. That'd be nice to get them out of the weather. Although I cover them with those really good covers that there's no damage underneath and all that stuff. But it would be nice to have another shop or a shed or something.
There you go. Dirt Rider 500 says, Bruce, have the air compressors gone yet?
Well, in some videos they're there, and in some videos they're not.
We'll have to wait and see. You'll have to give it a shot. What's that about? That's what that's about. How you doing, Nick?
I'm all right, Baldy. How are you?
Good, man. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. Thanks for being concerned about my health. Yeah, I'm doing very well indeed. Doing very well indeed. We went out. I had a bit of a row yesterday. Took Riley boy shopping. He starts school on Monday. Today is Saturday. Went down to our local Clark's footwear place. We had to make an appointment online, wear a mask, all the rest of it, and went down there. Got him all measured up and picked the shoes he wanted, but didn't have them. So had to order them online. Paid £6 next day delivery because he goes to school Monday. And one of them delivery drivers turned up and literally he knocked on the door, waited about 5 seconds, and then drove off without leaving the parcel, and put a note through the door saying you didn't answer your door. So he's coming back Monday. And Riley boy will be at school. He's got to go to school in his trainer, so he's going to come back Monday. So I'm going to sit in my comfy chair Monday morning, and I ain't going to move. If need be, I have to get a wee bucket. I'm not moving. And when he knocks on my door, I'm going to have a conversation with him for about 25 minutes. He's going to cop it big style from me. Cleaning the carb, yeah, definitely. Using my other phone for chat. Low battery though. Come on, Ken. You should have been prepped already. What's up with you?
Ken, I thought of you the other day. I had that old STX 38 in my garage that I've been working on once a year.
I'm getting another one back too. Well, another one.
This one's a black deck.
Yeah, the newer one, yeah. They're all over the place. In fact, I have this thing right here. This what is it? LT 150. Same engine, same CV15S, and he comes over and he says, "Hey, I found this on the ground, and my PTO doesn't work. Well, it's part of a pop metal casting,
yeah,
and it belongs to the linkage, I guess, for the mechanical PTO. So I gotta take that apart." And he put all kinds of baling wire underneath it, and
lovely.
So I've been looking for I got to interrupt. I've been looking for a snowblower because Ken's battery's dying. I've been looking for a snowblower for my my LX 178, Ken, and I found a PDF sheet from all the tractors from 70 to the 110s to the LXs to the LX 178s right up to the 318s, and it's got, you can't read it, but it's got the cross reference to every tractor, to every piece of equipment that you can bolt on, that will bolt on and will not bolt on. I'm going to send that to you. It's a PDF.
Yeah, are you a member of Weekend Freedom Machines, Bruce?
No, but I've seen it out there.
Yeah, Weekend Freedom Machines. I joined that, 10 years ago or so, and they are like the authority on lawn and garden tractors and even lawn tractors for John Deere. And they have a site called WFM Files. And they have every single manual, every cross-reference, anything you could possibly want for any John Deere lawn equipment.
Right. I even found the owner's manual. I think that's it. I think that's the site because I think I found the owner's manual.
WFM Files, yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yep.
I just stumbled across it and it was like, yeah.
Yeah, if you go on the main page with Weekend Freedom Machines and type in my name, oh my God, it'll blow you up. Because I used to do all the technical advice on there for engines and things, 10 or 12 years ago.
Right on.
And in fact, I used to write an article for, I don't know if you guys seen Lawn and Garden Collector magazine that has tractors in it, little lawn tractors and things. There's a guy named Brandon Pfeiffer that puts that out, LGT, Lawn and Garden Tractor magazine. I used to be the technical writer for that, but once my daughter got sick, I stopped. And I hadn't gone back for a few years, and I think they stopped the column. But it used to be a monthly column about technical questions. It was fun.
So,
that's cool.
So what I'm looking for, Ken, is something that will work on my 180. There's no, it's not the 70. It's the 180.
Yeah.
The newer, the 30-year-old one.
The Cowie engine, right?
Yes, or it will fit on my LX 178. And there's one out there.
Most of those, Bruce, are only the single stage.
Right.
Not the dual stage. The
You're
single stages work good.
They do.
Start icing up. That's the only thing. Other than
that, our snow is so dry. We have such dry snow, it doesn't matter.
Yep. Uh-oh, who's that?
There is one, Ken. There is one, and it's the 2461.
Who's that playing?
That's Dick. He's working away in his shed, but he doesn't know we're watching him.
Do you see those? Did you see the wrenches on the wall, Mick?
Yeah,
nice.
I know.
See all those wrenches?
Okay, but Bruce, guess what? There's one missing.
There always is.
I don't have enough wall to do that.
Just down by his shoulder, there's one missing.
Oh, yeah.
My kind of guy.
It's probably a 14 mil.
No, it's got to be 10. Those are the ones that are always missing.
Lost it. Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Lost it.
Hey, definitely, Benedict. Say again.
Where's Plonker?
He's not in today. He's got people coming round tonight. He bought about 15 bottles of wine, so he's probably either passed out in the back garden or he's on the roof tap dancing.
Perfect time to talk to him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you get Plonker on a live stream a bit juiced up and unleashed, you could be asking for trouble.
Remember when I was
definitely
Ian, same thing.
Remember when I was in Mexico and I believe that everybody on the stream was having an adult beverage at the same time? It was pretty fun for a while.
Yeah. Everyone was getting a little bit loose wheels. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
Right, I've got another guess what it is game. If you're interested.
Yeah.
This one is quite a cool one, actually. Let me get rid of that comment. And let me see how you get on with this. Let me share the screen out. Now, some of you may get it. Some of you may get it. But I don't know. I've not seen it before. So I thought I'd give it a go. Let me share the screen out. And here is your next mystery object. There you go. Have a go on that one. See what you think. Some of you may know what it is. Some of you may not. Some of you may not care. And we'll go from there. See how you get on that. Whilst we're yakking away, I'll keep an eye on the comments. Is it a punch gauge? No. Is it a wire stripper? No. A micrometer? No. Pickled. Yeah, he's pickled. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what, Ken? Do you know what, Ken? I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to give that to you. You are right.
It looks like my father worked for the electric company, Mick, and what I see is the 2/0, 4/0, which would denote the size and the conductor and all that. But it almost looks like they used to call them bugs, BUGs, and they were little clamps that they would use up on the pole to connect to the transformers.
Exactly that. So let me find the picture. There it is. There. Let me come back. I didn't think it. I think it would be a bit longer than that, but no, it's already gone. Ken has got it. Let me share the screen out.
Yeah, the number.
It's exactly what it said it was, and it's for crimping wires together. And there it is. You can use it in a vise, and the cable goes in, and then you put your outer sleeve on top, and then you push this down. And you squeeze it up to the desired length, and then it crimps your cable onto your terminal end onto your cable. Quite a nice quite a nice sort of tool. I've never ever seen one, so therefore didn't know.
I have a different one, but it has the crimps like this.
Mm.
And I inherited it from when I retired.
I still like Conker's 3-foot long crimper. That's the best.
But we use the TBM 8, the TBM 2 lines, and
bolt cutters and not crimpers.
And the nice thing about them is that you get a calibrated crimp. You don't get something where somebody's been gnawing away on it with a pair of pliers or a big set of something. You get a calibrated crimp, and you don't get any voltage drop on the crimp when you're done.
So I take it, Ken, we're going to be giving that away.
Lottery.
Okay. We've got 47 in the house. Let's have numbers 1 to 50. Not yet. I'll tell you when. Let me think of a number. Let's go for that number there. Away you go. Numbers 1 to 50 for one of Micks Mowers' tacky prizes. Feel free to put a number in 1 to 50, and away you go. Let me get my YouTube chat up. That tends to keep up a bit better. So if anyone wants one of Micks Mowers' tacky prizes, feel free. I have a number written down just yonder. Yeah, stop. We have a winner already. My lord, that was quick. We have Edward Thomas with number 7. He came straight in. Lucky number 7. Edward Thomas, you are a winner. Feel free to email me up on the email address just below. And you won a prize. Just put in I'm a winner, cable crimper, your address, and what you want, and you get a prize. So feel free to do that. That went really, really quick. Actually, thought it might drag that out for 20 minutes, but there you go. That's what happens. So email me up, Edward, and you'll be good to go, mate. You've got a nice little prize coming your way. So what you got on today, then, Ken? What time is it over there? Was it about 5:30, 6 o'clock?
It is 3:45.
Okay. So what you actually working on then?
Oh, today I finished an Echo strimmer. That's all done. A long reach strimmer. That was all fuel lines and bushings and all that fun stuff. Then we got, a backpack over here that needs a carburetor. So that's going to be next week. We got a push mower that he told me starts fine, but a customer came and couldn't start it, which I always love when they do that.
Yeah.
I got the John Deere here, which needs that PTO fixed. I got a generator here that hasn't been running 10 years. And that's it.
My word. Busy boy. So
a little bit of work.
So the generator hasn't been running 10 years. What do we reckon about that? Because it looks like it's missing a few bits too.
No, I squirted. The fuel tank is nice and dry. I squirted fuel in it. Started it right up. So it's just going to be a carb clean.
Oh, that'd be okay. You'll get away quick and easy with that.
Yep.
And the customer said it ran the last time I used it.
They always do, right?
Yeah.
They always say that.
I like when they say it ran the last time it ran.
Yeah. If I had a pound for every time that happens.
This guy here was funny. He brings this push. Well, no, I tell you a story real quick. Guy brings a generator, a McCulloch generator, and he says it's not putting out any voltage. Well, I did a quick 12-volt blink, to remagnetize the fields, and it was putting out about 40 volts. So I said, chances are it's your AVR. You spend $20, change the AVR. It's cheap to try that. So he pulls a push mower out of the van. I go, what's this? Oh, well, this thing we're having problems with. I go, what's the problem? Well, it runs for 20 seconds and it stops. Okay, start it. Couldn't start it. Tried for 10 minutes. Couldn't start it. I said, just leave it.
Is it what kind of engine on it?
It's actually a Lawn Boy with a Briggs Quantum from a Toro sitting on top.
Yeah, look up. It's most likely the clog jet in the bottom of the Briggs.
Yeah, it's a Franken mower. The kid, he got it from a guy. We have a couple local guys here that fix small engines, but they sort of give you the taillight warranty and never want to hear from you again. Those are a lot of customers I get.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a very similar person that buys and sells. He's a flipper, and he sometimes frequents my shack when he wants certain parts that he doesn't want to pay top price for.
Yep.
And he does repairs, and oh my lord, I mean,
this guy's on the main road, Mick. They pass by his house. He puts 3 or 4 in his lawn. They just pull right in his driveway. He's on the main road. 1,000 cars an hour go by. So perfect advertising for him.
Yeah, but some of the fixes that I've seen this young lad do, I'm like, my lord, I can even tell by the deck and tell by what engine he's got on it that the blade's going to be either too high or too low. You can't get a Boss to fit that.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's packing out the Boss, nothing like that, which he shouldn't do anyway to a certain degree.
I could do a video on Rube Goldberg fixes for all the stuff. My favorite, though, is when they use string in a worn-out V-groove pulley to make up for the worn V-groove. I love that.
Yeah. It's bad. I had a mower come in. I sold a mower. It was a Champion Premier when there's nothing Premier about it. I did a complete paint job on it, all done nice, but it's got this really silly linkage on the front axle, and all it is there's a spring and a penny washer, and you have to pull the spring back, push the axle up, and that's all that holds it in. Anyway, I forgot to push the spring back. My bad. Yeah. So the bloke bought the mower, and within sort of 2 or 3 days, he messaged me saying the front axle. I said, yeah, bring it back in. I'll have a look at it. So I bought it in, fixed that for him, and then he said, "Oh, it doesn't cut low enough either. Can you check that out?" I said, "Well, it's within sort of 8 to 10 mil inside the deck. It's where it should be. It shouldn't be any lower." When I flipped it up, he had put some really big sort of 2P washers, about 5 of them between. But
and it was still in balance.
Oh my lord! So I took them off and had a look at it, and I said, "You can actually buy. There is a special spacing gaps you can buy, which actually slide inside the Boss, and they're about so big. They're quite, they're sort of 10 mil thick. They slide inside the Boss, but you have to buy an extended
bolt
blade Boss bolt.
Yeah.
Okay,
yep.
You can't put a normal one in there. Otherwise, it's only been held on by 3 or 4 threads.
Yeah.
I said, you can buy those. So that's a thing. He said, well, okay, can you order me one up? I said, yeah, I'll look into it for you. Anyway, he took the lawnmower back, and then he this is prior to me ordering the bits and pieces. Then he texted me again about 2 weeks later saying the bolt on the Boss, I can't get it off. So I said, well, what why do you want to get it off? And he said, well, I tried to space it out with washers again, but now it's just spinning. So I said, well, that don't sound too clever. So I said, bring it back down. I'll have a look at it. And true to fashion, the bolt was just spinning, and he just wound it all the way home. And because it packed it out so far, the top 3 threads had eaten into the box because it's only alley, and done that. So I said, well, unfortunately, you now need a brand new Boss as well. On top of that, if you want the spacers on top, which I've ordered you. So he said, have you got a second-hand Boss? I said, I have, but the second-hand Boss I've got, the new spacers I've bought will not fit in that Boss. It's slightly different. So he then had to pay for a brand new Boss and the spacers. And in the end, it cost him about 40-odd quid to get it back out the workshop because he bought brand new bits and pieces for it and a brand new bolt. In the end, he was super happy. But it's just, some people, you cannot pack out a blade between the blade Boss and the blade where centrifugally there's nothing stopping that blade from shifting 5 to 10 mil either side because it can't locate on the locating pins. If that blade would have hit the deck, it game over.
Oh, just like the Husqvarna star pattern, right? People
yes.
All the time.
Yeah, exactly that, But, it's what people do. Oh, some of the things I see when they turn up, I think, oh, my Lord, what have you done there? I had a bloke last month. He said to me, he had a problem with his... Oh, he suspected he had a bent crankshaft, okay? I said, okay, so bring it in and I'll look at it for you. That's the best. I can diagnose it. So I started doing an inspection fee, and that would tell you what it's doing. Anyway, I said, bring it all down and I'll have a look at it for you. He turned up with the lawnmower engine in a carrier bag. And I said, well, where's the rest of it? Where's the mower? He said, I took that off. I said, what do you mean you took it off? I said, how am I going to turn the crank over with just the engine on its own? I need it on a deck to spin it to see. Oh, my Lord. So anyway, I put it in the vise in the end. I managed to squeeze it in the vise and managed to turn it over. And, yeah, it was bent as a banana. So I rang him back up saying, yeah, it's bent, mate. It's done. You need another engine. And he said, well, do you want the engine? I said, no. I've got lots of engines like that. I don't need any more trash mowers. He said, well, I don't want it. And he said, good luck. So I'm like, hang on, you got to pay your inspection fee. So I left it. About a week later, I got a message on Messenger to say, "Is this available?" A mower. So I said, "Yes, it is." And then I went through this person's friends list, and lo and behold, he was a friend of the person that was
maybe the more.
me. So yeah, it's available. Will you accept? So I thought, yeah, I'll accept that for it. So anyway, he turned up thinking that I wasn't going to recognise him. Even if he put a ginger beard on, I would have still recognised him. And I said, yeah. I said that mower's X amount. Yeah, cool. I'll have that. I said, but plus a 20% £20 inspection fee. You owe from 2 weeks ago. And he said, no, I haven't bought a mower in here. I said, look, it didn't start raining on me yesterday, mate. I know what you've done. I've now got your number plate on your car. So with that, he coughed up and went. He wasn't very happy, but that's what it is. You get them.
My favorite is I say I was born Tuesday, but not last Tuesday.
Exactly that.
I got a question for you guys, and I just remembered this video will be out in about 3 weeks. But it's a quantum engine made by MTD, and you leave this. A spring starts the engine, but you have to leave this lever in the locked position. When it's running, you let go of the bail, and it actually, as it stops, winds up a spring so that the next time, all you have to do is push a button on the bail and close it, and a spring starts the engine again. I haven't seen anything like that since the early 60s, and this is a fairly new mower. Have you guys ever seen anything like that?
No, never ever seen anything. To me, it sounds very similar to the old-fashioned Briggs
Crank-up, yeah.
Top what are called top winders. Very similar to them. I've seen them.
Right.
So what happens? Explain that again. You pull the cord.
Well,
no.
It depends on how you shut it off. If you shut it off with the lever one way, it's just a regular pull start engine. But if you shut it off with the lever towards the wind, it's it has a kind of an arrow, auto start arrow or something. It has a bail, but it has a push button like an electric start. Okay. You push it, you bring it down, and then it makes this awful noise, and it starts. And when you turn it off, you let go of the bail, and it actually winds the spring up again.
What a thing!
It's crazy. And then you're talking about the boss. The boss underneath has a spacing washer between the boss and the crank, between the boss and the pulley that drives the front wheel drive. This thing weighs a ton. Like it weighs 2.5 times the weight of a standard engine.
Wow.
Have you seen anything like that? Have you seen anything like that, Ken?
Say it again. I just came back. I lost you for 2 minutes.
Oh, this lawnmower has a spring on it. When you let go of the bail, the spring winds as the engine slows down on the brake, and then the next time you go to use it, you push a button, you pull the bail, and the spring starts it.
Yeah, Briggs had that. That was a Briggs system they had for about 4 years.
It's a quantum.
Yeah, they had that system for about 4 years. If you want to replace it, the parts are over $400.
Well, that's what I said.
Ask me how I know.
So the tank, the gas, it's all incorporated into the gas tank.
Yeah.
And the torque from the shaft on that turn Hummer actually cracked the top end of that gas tank, and there was no way. I said, I can't fix this for under, like you say, $450.
Oh, ridiculous!
But, so I just banded it up with masking tape and used some JB weld all the way around the tank, and hopefully God it worked.
Yeah, underneath one, Ellis had one of those. He did it on one of his streams. I was repairing. It was a Troy built specifically that had those. And I think Briggs only used them for about 3 or 4 years, and the repair costs were so ridiculous they just stopped using them.
It's kind of his wife loves it because she can start the mower.
Oh yeah, no, it's great for older people or people that have like
one more thing. And the boss
has it got like the older style Briggs ratchet style shaft on it? You know the old pull cord assembly. Sometimes they've got like a ratchet style.
No, it's just a pull rope with the spring rewind.
It's a plastic and metal gear assembly that uses a rewind spring that uses the inertia when it winds down to rewind another spring.
Right. Then what bothered me, Ken? Okay, that all made sense to me. But underneath on the blade boss, the blade adapter, it had a bushing and about a half a centimeter load washer between the boss and the engine, where the pulley was to drive the front wheel drive. So it was something I'd never seen. And it seemed solid. I polished or sharpened the blade, tightened it back up, and everything seemed tight. But I'd never seen anything like that.
Was it a Troy build or MTD, Bruce?
It was made by Yard Machines, but it's an MTD.
That's MTD, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Shane says over here in the UK, he says, yes, I've seen one. I've never seen one. Dirt Rider says a top wine been there. I don't know if he means a top wind or he's actually been on the juice. Yeah, I've seen the top wind ones where you wind it up.
We've all lost our knuckles on the top wind back from the 60s and 70s. I remember.
Yeah, but this isn't a top wind, Dirt Rider.
Looking at it from the front, the only thing that looks different is that little orange lever that sticks out right by the rewind. That's all that looks different.
Yeah, it looks like a regular Quantum. Yep.
Yeah, okay. But it had lots wrong with it because it leaked. I got it so you could take it home and use it. So that's all that matters, eh? And they warned them about
as always, I should look forward to seeing that. As long as I get a notification to say you've released it, I shall watch that.
And it'll be a week or two because it's in the computer, which I've been annoyingly. I've been leaving it alone.
No, not like a hand crank, Pete. No, completely different. I'm intrigued. I like something a bit unique.
It winds up its own.
What I'll do is I'll look up the link to the Briggs page that explains how it works, and I'll post it underneath.
Right on.
Yeah, cool. Okay, mate. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be a thing. Yeah,
that'll be my next edit. Maybe I'll do that one.
It's pretty ingenious. Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean. It's amazing how things have gone. I watched a video from Terrell the other month. He was doing some kind of bush hog video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord! It had a half moon shaped disc, which was your deck.
Mm-hmm.
It had a set of wheels at the back, and an old Briggs engine on top. It's for cleaning. It's for clearing brush.
But all open in the front, right?
Yeah, all open at the front. Half of the blade is actually out the front.
Yeah,
you don't want to go nowhere near it. Nowhere near it, Bruce. My lord, I could just see Bruce getting one of them on his stand. He's got his blue coat on, pockets hanging out everywhere. Oh my lord!
Come on, you guys. Anyway, I will edit that one next. It'll be up in about 4 or 5 days, and it's really interesting. It's just
well, you know, I look forward to that. I was expecting you when you fired up your engine the other day because you had your coat on. I was expecting that that shaft that was spinning with a big cupping on the end of it. I just had visions of you being sucked into that.
You know, that gentleman that gave me that engine had 50 subscribers, and I did push his channel a little bit hard, and now he's got 220 subscribers now. 1 week later.
Good deal. Good deal. You know, it's all about trying to share each other out where we can. I try and push as many as I can where I can. Hi all, a little vacation this weekend up in Alabama, Lagston, Alabama, next to the Tennessee River. Says Bama Budmos. He's out having a bit of a holiday. Yeah, enjoy that, Doug. I take it you got your speedos on, Doug. And you're having a bit of a swim.
I'm going to have to pack it in. Thank you for everything, you guys. I needed a little break. I'm tired today. I've been going hard. So thanks a lot.
Well, you know, Bruce, I'm going to pack it up myself anyway, mate. So as always, nice to see you, buddy boy. I'll catch you on the next one if I get another.
Like Bruce.
Take care,
I'll do that self-winding brakes. I'll do that. That's what I'll call it. Self-winding brakes.
There you go.
Right, Bruce. No worries, buddy boy. Right, people. I'm afraid it is that time of day. I've been going 2 hours, 34 minutes. I go to about 9 o'clock. That's about my limit. I'm going to go indoors, watch a bit of TV with Mrs. P and chill out and relax a bit. So, thank you very much for popping in to come and see me tonight. For those of you who did enter the competition and who were successful winners, if you don't email me up, you will not get your prize. It's as simple as that because I will not remember. I never do. And I like to have it all on my PC so I know what's going on. See you later, Bruce. So look, give us a thumbs up on your way out. Be much appreciated. I look forward to seeing the next episode very, very soon. Stay safe, look after each other, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Don't forget, Ken Smaller Engine is live tomorrow. Make sure you go and check him out. He's going to be working from his work. Going to be doing a live stream from his workshop. That's going to be interesting. So we'll see you later on. Take care of each other. Look after yourselves. Be nice, and I'll see you all soon.
Take care.
Good night, Michael.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Timothy.
Night, Michael.
Hello, matey. Mr. Briggs is not there. Let's get rid of Mr. Briggs. Get rid of him. Who else we got in here? We got Dick is trying to leave. I can assist you there. Let's get rid of you. Mr. Briggs is trying to leave. Can't get rid of Mr. Briggs for some reason. Is Mr. Briggs, and it's just me. So thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up on your way out. Much appreciated. Cheers, Carl. Much appreciated, matey. Look after yourselves. Thanks for popping in. Come and see me. I do appreciate it as always, and I'll catch you later on. You've got my email address down below. Should you wish to contact me over anything at all, I always reply to any emails if I can. And catch me on Instagram, all that sort of good stuff. No problems at all. Catch you later on, people. Look after yourselves. I'll see you all later on. Bye-bye.